How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another Risk of Resources Loadout Race of the Week. I'm Race, and I'm here with Disputed. Hello.
Howdy.
Howdy. So, this week, I know we've had a lot of, really interesting, event races back to back to back in the last couple of weeks, but this is just going to be a normal one. We're finally just doing a normal, regular loadout race. So, let's jump into the website, and we'll see who's racing and whatever. Let's see.
Back to basics, huh?
Yeah. After the chaos of last week, I think we need some basics.
That one was so brutal.
We have Cap, Goji, and Dan today. We were supposed to have Ruddy, if you saw our announcement in Discord, but in a cartoonish turn of events, Ruddy's house got hit by lightning and fried his router. So he is not racing today.
It's like the most dog ate my homework excuse ever, but he has a proof. He's like posted pictures and his router is legitimately fried.
It's so crazy, actually. Um, so we have a three-person race today. So starting off, we actually have Railgunner, which this is like my favorite Railgunner loadout. We have
Oh
Multi
yeah.
with Rebar Scrap Power Mode. Hmm?
Not too bad. Could be
We
worse. Got
have
some range. Got some
Blue
close
Arty.
range.
I mean, I think the multi loadout's gonna be the hardest one today, though, probably. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know. We have lucky multi loadouts. I think like the runs are always good.
Yeah. We're always like, this run is gonna be so bad. This loadout is horrible. And then it's like 3 clovers, stage 1. It's like,
Like
okay.
Head Stomper first chest.
Yep.
And then we have Captain to round it out. No Diablo today, so no extra special cool Diablo tech or anything like that, but normal Captain, so no big deal.
I
Also, oh wait, what? Go.
I think it'll be pretty quick today, if I had to guess.
I don't think it's not gonna take too long. Also, we have bingo up this week as well. Make sure you get your bingo sheets in early, because the earlier you get it in, the more likely you can actually win a bingo. And post your bingos in Discord in the bingo section, by the way. Always love seeing people get their full sheets filled in. Okay, it does take a lot of feedback for that too. So also we have a surprise today. I'm not going to talk about it yet, but soon, in a few minutes, hopefully. And
We do.
yeah, we do.
It's a surprise to me as well.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Type exclamation point gup.
No, it's not another cup. I wish. That would be sick. Hold on. I think our racers are getting ready. They're gonna start in about a minute and a half, so honestly it's a good wake up, like someone looks at chat, they're not paying attention. Like, oh, got fucking I'm here. Like,
Yeah, it's a good way to farm engagement.
oh yeah, dude. All right. I think we're ready. This is gonna be a good one. I think it's really nice that we're starting off on Railgunner as well today because I think the first run's always like one of the hardest ones because you're just not warmed up. Do you do
Yeah.
warm up runs before you race, or do you just walk in?
Usually I try to, but if it's like a chaos race, sometimes you don't have time because you're
Yeah.
scrambling to get everything set up.
Yeah, some are more chaotic than others.
But Railgunner's gonna be nice to kind of ease into it. This is, I think, by far the best Railgunner loadout. This is what you hope for when you're playing Railgunner.
Mm-hmm.
Great loadout on great survivor. This should go pretty quickly. I imagine we might see some sub 30s here.
Oh, easily. I mean, you have the most damage, one of the most mobility options, and you don't need anything. You just go. Anyway, I think here we go. And Goji's starting up. Dan is still at the main menu for some reason, so we'll just hide him away until he starts. Classic. Except for
And
the
also,
catchphrase was
Cap,
an easy as could be.
I
And
I believe he's streaming on his alt today.
Yeah.
So if you're following Cap and you're like, where is he? Is he streaming? He is on his alt. If you go to the Risk of Resources website and you click the multi-race link, you can find his channel that way.
Mm-hmm.
Or it is just Icy Apple Bot.
Yep. Correct. It's already lagging. That's fine. And here we go. Dan remembered that he's playing in an event today, so. Oh, almost. There's a vase stage
God,
1 right off the bat, so
holy shit.
it's like right in the middle there. This is gonna be a lot faster than we even thought it would, so.
And a wrap immediately. Love to see it.
Right
Looks like
now, just
Goji's
kind
going to
of.
find the vase too.
I mean, I hope everyone does. It's right there. I don't really know how much they're gonna loot this run, really. They're probably just gonna go, like, once they find the vase. I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty easy to just
I
go
mean,
from TP to TP with Railgunner. I mean, obviously the hardest part, not the hardest part, the most time-consuming part of your run with Railgunner would be like Mythrix, but if you don't have like a lot of damage multiplication, but even then it's Railgunner, so it's still like one of the fastest
yeah.
fights you can have.
And you got crowd charge too, so you have a 30% execute on the boss.
And just like
You have to
freeze, you
do
don't
two
need as
thirds of its
much
health.
like movement or anything. You can just kind of keep them stun
Yeah.
locked. So
There are some things I like to look out for. One thing being a wrap, which they've already found. That's always
mhm.
very helpful, especially in like phase 2. Railgunner doesn't struggle too much in phase 2, but it's always nice to have just dealing with like wisps, burns, and bleeds. A little bit AoE, gasoline, will-o-wisp, that stuff always helps, and a little bit of healing too. Maybe like a healing drone, slug, wungus. You don't need
Yep.
that much on Railgunner, but uh, not having any can be really hard on basically every character, except maybe like Void Fiend.
Mhm. No, I think like having just like a tiny bit of healing is good. Okay, also we have our announcement. Our special surprise. Finally, we can give Mark his well-deserved clap for releasing Skin Tuner Live. Holy shit. You guys can change
Holy
the color
shit.
of your skins now as a public mod. That's crazy. Type in exclamation point skin tuner in chat and you can get the mod page for it. Finally, dude. It's been
Because you
months.
demanded it.
Yeah. There you go. We'll probably have a announcement thing later reminding everyone that maybe missed the stream today or something that it's out, but there you go. Or you can search up a Risk of Resources on the mod store or Thunder store or whatever, and you can get it for yourself. So there you go. You can be
Finally.
whatever beautiful color that you want to be.
It's been so long. It's
I
such a
know.
great mod.
It is actually. Dan has not found
Oh,
the vase.
oh, ICBM on
Oh,
cap.
yeah, Goji just found it as well. Right in the middle, just like you can see the chest from the teleporter. Oh wow.
Okay. That's either
Dan's
going to
not
be
finding
really
anything.
good
He's dodging all of it.
or completely useless.
Yeah, we'll see.
I feel like every time I find an ICBM, I never find any ATGs. That's just how the game works.
It's very cruel.
And cap is on stage 2.
So is Goji. I think the problem with having ICBM in like a race format as well is just you're not gonna loot that much, you know? Like it's even
Yeah.
just lower odds that you'll actually make any use out of it. But, you know, we can hope. It's one of those things. Dude,
I feel similarly about Clover too, where it's like,
yeah.
it has potential certainly, but it's an item that it does better the more items you have, and in a race you're not going to be picking up all that much. You're going to be getting what you need and nothing more.
That's why we'll never have the FMP build ever. Alright, Dan is going for the ICBM chest here. I don't think he's gonna really loot much after he gets it though. Oh, he's actually looting. He's not getting the ICBM chest yet,
Uh,
maybe at all. I don't know. We'll see. He,
Meanwhile, Cap found a crowbar.
oh,
Very good
again, a
item on
railgunner.
Railgunner.
Does Dan did get an opal? It looks like he is gonna go back for the ICBM chest though. But he's not getting the vase, and that's kind of the big deficit right now for Team Dan's. So
He should have enough. Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe that opal will pay off for him.
oh, he's actually going to loot more. He actually oh, he's not gonna go far enough. No, he's leaving. Tough. When you don't see that equipment barrel, listen,
Uh,
you always need to look out for equipment barrels, and even when you're playing
oh,
normally,
absolutely.
like they're the strongest things in the game.
Maybe he'll get lucky and find another vase. There's a scrim the other day where we found 5 vases in a single run, so you
Oh
never
my
know.
god.
It could happen.
It is just unfortunate start though of it.
It definitely is. And he's just going kind of slow in general. If he was going quicker, like if he was just outpacing all the other racers, he wouldn't need the vase. But at this pace, I think it's going to be kind of hard for him. Cap is already fighting the teleporter.
Cap is almost dead. I'm kind of
Okay.
worried about Cap here. He's got to be
Doesn't have
really
any healing.
careful. No, not a bit. He was kind of going a little bit.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
those pests are scaring me.
Yeah, I'm on the edge of my seat with this one. He is making a lot of distance in between himself and the enemies that he's kind of worried about. He really needs to kill this Dune Strider quick, though. There we go. Dune Strider down. Okay, it looks like he might be okay, but he's still one shot from most of the enemies, so gotta be careful.
Imagine he gets an urn. Oh my god, he did.
Nice.
That
Well, there's
saved
the
him.
healing he needs.
Yeah, there's. Uh, love to see it.
Uh-oh,
Right when he
Goji with
needed
a
it.
+5. He... Oh, dude. So Goji, they got into the same situation that Cap was in, right? Because Cap, he was really struggling, but he went over the wall to separate himself from all of the rats and stuff. Goji, though, they didn't get that opportunity yet. They got stuck on that little lip and got hit by the Dune Strider orbs. So
Was it the orb that got him?
yeah,
Got
an
them?
orb and a rat. Little combined shot. There's a little bit of speed underneath the
Oh.
teleporter and a chest there.
Well, he killed the Dune Strider, so he's going to get the healing here. They.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like Dan is just starting the TP as well. We'll see if Dan falls into similar pitfalls here because they only really have like all of them. They only really have the bungus, so you know. Looks like
Bungus
Dan is
can save you if you absolutely need it to, but it is very slow,
fortunately
and it's
Dan
not
killed
something you can rely on.
the Dune Strider really quick there. So it looks like his TP is gonna go a little bit better. I think the problem was for everyone else that they just couldn't kill the Dune Strider fast enough, so those orbs and everything combined with all the rats just kinda slowly
Yeah,
pressure him
and
down.
I think this is also a situation where his opal is going to play a role because that's just going to be less damage overall. He's not going to need to rely on healing as much.
Mm-hmm.
Be able to get in there a little bit more.
There is an opal on stage 2 as well that Cap found, near where he's at now, I think. I saw him pick it up, but I don't remember exactly where it was.
Cap is definitely favored at this point, but you know what? Dan is catching up. I think it is way too early to count him out. Losing that vase, it does suck.
Mm-hmm.
Goji finding a second crowbar.
And Cap on to stage 3 with is fogbound today, so this stage can be a little bit rough if you're not really prepared for it. He does have a little bit more healing than he had stage 2, so it's a little bit better, but we'll see. I think Cap's probably going to look around a little bit more before he starts TP this time, just because of how traumatic the last TP was.
He's also in time for the Prion if he wants to grab that
Oh, he might
just
actually do that. He
temporarily.
is.
Yeah.
Good.
I imagine he'll come back for the vase later on, but maybe just
Mm-hmm.
to clear the teleporter.
Ooh, and Goji found a band up top on stage 2.
Ooh,
That's
that's
amazing.
huge.
What is
That's a
happening with
game
Dan, by the
changer.
way?
I am not sure.
Okay.
You want to go
Well,
check on him?
yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, I know that Goji has a +5 right now, but Goji also being the only one with a band, the band won't be enough to save them from like the +5 deficit. But it's nice. It's definitely helps. Hey,
He's just making sure all of his alerts are off.
okay. Well, I'll just cover his. I mean, he disabled his game screen, so
He's ending.
okay. Dan. Okay.
Cap already done with the teleporter, and that was a Z construct, so I imagine I could give these other racers some trouble.
We'll see. We'll have to look towards Dan probably at this point because Goji's just gonna slap the boss with the band, so it's gonna be
Probably.
easy. As long as they hit the actual boss and not like the little shungates that spawn on the edge of it, but
And Cap is just booking it.
Cap now found his stride a little bit and he's kinda just going, so we'll see how next stage is for him. I was really surprised that stage 2 gave him that much trouble, but and Goji is killing the boss. Boss almost down. As long as the boss doesn't laser, they will be fine.
If I were these guys, I'd be looking for some AoE here, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can get by for a really long time without it, but stage 5 can still be kind of cope. Like, you can one-shot everything with Railgunner, but when there's 50 million enemies spawning at a time on stage 5, that is going to take a while, and you can still get overwhelmed that way.
Mm-hmm. Oh, easily.
Having to click on every enemy is not optimal.
No. But I mean, the faster you do go, the less or the fewer enemies you do have to click. Which is kind of nice. And this like Rogunner is like one of the only characters that could do that, but even still it like, like I said, just like a little bit of AoE is fantastic. Like those situations really come up when you're playing like Commando or something. It's like, oh my god. Like if you have to like hold M1 on every single enemy, it's terrible.
Yeah. And Dan, now on stage 3.
Finally. And not because his time is like super long. He's just spent too long pausing. Yeah.
Yeah. Started a minute late. Paused for 3 hours.
And here we go. Cap is out of stage 3 and onto stage 4. We do have sirens today, so we'll see how that kind of goes. I don't think they have anyone has an AoE skip in their kit right now. So that's not even really an option at the moment.
Mm. Can you do it with the freeze?
I mean, it'd have to be literally like frame perfect. I mean, even then, I don't think so because hit skin.
Probably.
It's not like a
Maybe there's a
projectile.
shuriken or something here.
Theoretically, if the M1 did like enough damage, it would be able to, but it does so low that I don't think it can. Like
With
ever.
2
Like
crowbars?
if you have like 20 crowbars, I think so. Like there has to be like a damage threshold that is dealt to initiate the skip, so
Hmm. Really? Even with the armor piercing around?
yeah.
Which Goji did not find, it looks like. Cap is the only person that found that.
Yeah, but Goji is the band. And Dan didn't even find the band either. So Goji
That's true.
is I mean, it's a shame they have the +5 because they have and what I think is like the best kit right now.
Yeah, the
So
+5 really hurts.
how does AWU skip work? It's basically the same way that skipping phase 4 works. It's basically the same mechanic. You hit AWU with the first frame of it spawning, and the game forgets that it's a boss, and it'll just give you the red item right away.
You can technically do it on every boss in the game,
Correct.
although you have to know where they spawn beforehand, and that's completely random. But the ally worship unit is not random. It'll spawn in the same place every time, so you can predictably skip it.
It's a really good strat for prismatics if you're really looking to speed up prismatic time. Boss skipping's a great mechanic. Cap is dying to
Yeah.
larva,
Oh,
almost.
no surprise there. Very on brand.
He was shaking his camera. He's like, dude, not again, please.
This is another area effect really helps just with the larva alone.
Oh yeah. This is one of those stages where if you don't have any, it can be easy to get overwhelmed a little bit. But Cap is playing it pretty well, actually, and Goji actually getting the feather from Teleporter. So there we go. Mythrick's fight is now extremely easy for them. It's not a matter of like dying or surviving. It's just a matter of like how long will it take them to kill Mythics, and then
Oh,
Goji dying to a larva. Damn, you
another
gotta
plus
watch
5.
out. That's
Hate to see it.
very brutal. Larva will get you though. Like we were just saying,
Looks like
there's like,
Cap took a saw. That is an ally worship unit skip.
that is. He's actually probably going for it then.
It's a
Hopefully
very
Cap
easy one.
does. I really want to see some Abu skipping. I feel like we don't see it ever.
Yeah, I want to see him go for it. The saws are probably one of the easiest ways to do it.
San DML, I think, are like the ones where it's like you don't really have to think about it too much.
They're very consistent. Although DML can be tricky, like you have to make sure there's nothing on the map.
Mm-hmm. This is one of those maps too where like jellyfish will just hide, and then come out of the wall like 3 minutes later, and you're like, how like did you not find me? Like what the hell is this?
Come out of the woodworks and dick you over at the worst possible time. That's sirens for you, baby.
Easy. I hope Goji does not die to another larva right now. They are
I
getting
know.
blasted. Please, God, help.
It's so scary.
Okay. Oh, and there's a speed printer on stage 4 that Cap just marked. I don't know if Goji has found that yet, but that is exactly what
Oh,
they need.
nice.
And they needed before the TP because honestly, like, that's why they died. Dan coming in with like the first AoE item actually with a gas on stage 3 that no one else found. Cap
That
blind
should help
printing
him here on
just like
sirens.
2 hose. I'm surprised that Cap's not going more into it, but.
The
And
wake of
that's a
vultures.
wake of vultures? That's insane.
Huge.
Honestly, if I
I
were
think that's
Cap,
on the
I wouldn't even
bingo.
pick it up. Like, like
Yeah.
I might just
It's
screw someone
honestly more of
over
a
in
hindrance.
Mithrix. We'll see though. Hopefully not.
In Eclipse 8, the Wake of Vultures takes like half your health away when you kill an overloading or perfected enemy.
Mm-hmm.
So it can actually be kind of a detriment. It's a lunar item.
Cap did find an encrusted key on stage 4 as well. Looks like Cap, well, yeah, he's not really going for
Not doing the
the
skip.
AWU skip, which is sad. It's all right. I mean, it makes sense though because Railgunner is just so quick. You don't really need the extra red, but it would have been cool to see it anyway.
Yeah,
It's one of those things
I
where
would
just
have
like
liked to see it.
we like seeing it, but we get it.
He is
He is going to
he is going
check.
to check out the bazaar.
I think it was brain
Look,
stocks.
yeah, brain stocks into something.
Eh.
There's a void key. Could be potentially be something very good. I think probably plasma shrimp is what they're looking for with that ICBM.
Yeah. And then like second best, I don't know, Polyloot Saber Spaces. Probably Polyloot though, because
Yeah,
they have the feather. They don't really need to, and they already have a pillar skip with the vase and just being railgunner. Even Dan has one here. You can just shoot yourself up. So
yeah. Railgunner is a very easy character to skip pillars on.
there is a void
Especially,
seed that they spawn in looking at. And I don't really think there's too much going on in there. I can't see any void critters specifically, so it might be one of those things that's gonna eat up a lot of their time.
well, Cap only has one monster remaining,
Oh
so it
well,
shouldn't be too bad.
I
Yeah,
see
he's done with it
one.
already.
Let's see. No, there are two in here. They just occluded by the rocks and they spawned in. All right, was definitely worth it. Oh, they had to pretty much kill it anyway because the teleporter's right on top of it.
Yeah, I mean, they could have potentially used it during the teleporter to like take things out too.
I think that's a good strategy if you don't have a lot of damage, but I think with Rogan, I think it's okay. I think because they're like against the cliff right here, that might have been a little bit dangerous.
Yeah, definitely. Traversing that area is going to be kind of hard.
But I do love seeing those strats when like the teleporter's in it and someone is smart enough to like spawn in the boss and just walk away. You know, just get like the free boss kill, everything dies, and they come back.
And Cap is dealing with this grandpa. Looks like it's going to take him a minute. He doesn't have that band that Goji found.
Mm-mm.
So what he
You
needs
know,
right now.
before when Goji was only sporting 1+5, I was like, okay, well, there are still opportunities here. They still have the band. They probably won't make up 5 minutes, but you know, it's gonna be better. But with 10-minute handicap there, that's
That's rough.
yeah.
But you never
Oh,
know.
oh god. Goji's kind of playing with fire being this close, I think. But they should be okay. I think if they're here this close, they might as well just try to get some charge in the TP. There they go. Also, Capsule has to find the encrusted key box on the stage because he hasn't found it either. Hopefully they look for it. I
Yeah,
mean, if not the stage, the next stage. The next stage is way harder to find, honestly.
it is. And they're going to want to base up probably immediately.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to find it, it's going to be here.
It's not like they're gonna go check out soup or anything either. They're just gonna
Probably
look.
not.
Looks like Cap
It's like
is
there's a void
marking.
cradle way across the map.
He's trying to see if there's any red lines anywhere indicating where the box is, because it's basically free for him. So Dan getting the key as well. And this is a really
Man,
good
I
use
want to.
of like your time as well, because a lot of people when they just doing the TP, I think they kind of zone out a little bit, and they're just like, oh, let's just kill stuff, get over with. But like in the races, you have to be looking around. You gotta be scouting as much as possible and Cap marking everything he can. It's good use of his time.
Being the Smeech, everyone's
Oh
favorite equipment.
yeah, might take it over the vase even.
That Smeech is just something about it.
Dan fortunately found the hoof printer as well, which is really good. I think Dan might go into it more than some of the other guys did. Oh, Goji never even found the hoof printer. That's really bad for them, honestly.
And they didn't find the drink earlier, it looks like. They
Dude.
do have 3 red whips,
I mean,
so
that's
there's
something.
that.
Is Dan going for the Awu skip right now? No. He's just still looting more. Chat, post your favorite Wranglish word in chat.
What was the return? Lurbine? I
Lurbine is
think
so
that's my
good,
new
dude.
favorite.
I think it is too. It looks like on Cap we got a Saber Spaces right next to TP, so everyone should get this. Which again, everyone has the feather. Everyone should get the Saber Spaces. So there's really no reason, in my opinion, to be dying to Mithrix for any of these guys. I mean, obviously accidents happen, but they all should be good.
Yeah, finding a second key. Still has not found the first one. I
It
think he
looks
might just
like,
go here.
yeah, Cap is leaving. He couldn't find the key, and he's like, you know what? If we see it on the moon, whatever. But I think Caps is pretty confident with what they have now, right? Saber
Yeah,
spaces, they have some damage.
they might have a little bit slow of a Mithrix fight without any bans or ATGs. Basically, just relying on Railgunner's base damage, but
Hmm.
the base damage is pretty damn high, so he should be okay.
And again, we were talking about it earlier, but that execute on the freeze is very
Oh
powerful.
yeah,
So
only have to do 2/3 of his health.
I love seeing Goji like real time right now, basically tied up with Cap. Like they are going down the tunnel together. But it's those +5s. It's brutal. But it's good. I mean, this is the starting run of the day, right? So as expected, we see people warming up. It looks like Cap. Sorry, I just had a hiccup. It looks like Cap is looking around for the key a little bit, but he's just gonna vase up. He boosted up enough just to get a view for what was around him, and he was like, "I don't see it immediately. I'm leaving." So
Man,
good.
Goji went straight up too. I imagine Goji's going to be the first real time here.
I imagine so.
Definitely
I
has the
mean,
best
the ban.
build damage wise. But again, those plus fives were really
Brutal.
unfortunate.
And it's honestly just even more unfortunate. Like we said, like they have saber spaces and feather. Like we really can't expect any of the other racers to really die here. I
Look at
mean,
that
it
damage.
happens. Yeah, with that much health gone on Mythrix on Goji's screen, it's basically halfway through phase one because they execute, so.
But Cap, not doing too bad either.
Mm-mm. What is
And
the damage that Cap has? Obviously, he has
oh, look
the
at
crowbar.
Dan.
Oh
The
no.
the grandparent got infested.
It's fine. It's not a big deal. He's not going to get hit by the rock, but it does
It's
take
not, but it
longer.
is gonna slow him down.
Yeah. Yeah, Cap really only has the base damage plus an AP round here. So, and yeah, like we were saying, the ICBM just didn't come in use at all, unfortunately.
Yeah, as predicted.
Unfortunate, and they just went so fast. The
Maybe Dan will
key
find something.
box has
I
hope.
hope.
We'll see.
I hope Dan sticks around and looks for it. I want to see that plimp.
Goji starting off phase two, pretty strong here. It's always nice to see players when they know exactly where the spawns are. So like they were just like on the fucking reticle for the weak spot already for the wisp when they spawned in. It's like good. I know we've seen like tech from Reddy in the past where he's done speedruns where he's done like pre Diablo strikes for the ads and stuff for captain.
You can also skip the ads or boss skip the ads and just turn
Yep.
them into normal enemies.
Same way you can skip Awu and Mythic Saves for.
It is scary though because you still have to deal with them. It quote unquote skips the boss, but like the enemy is still there and very much dangerous.
Yeah.
So that's why it's not like, even if you could consistently do it on teleporter bosses, it's not a great idea.
Yeah. Unfortunate for how cool it is for those extra scenarios. Cap on to phase two. So if we look at the times right now between everybody, because reminder, we do take in-game time as our final score for each racer. Cap is at 28 minutes, phase two Mythics right now, and Dan is 25 minutes, still charging the TP without Vase. Um, so I don't know if Dan can catch up or not. We'll have to see. Dan is going to have to walk all the way to the base of the tree and then start his skip upward the tree. Goji
Yeah, I don't
unfortunately
know
dying
that.
again. I don't know what that one was by on that part, but they are scaring me a little bit. They were in vase during pizza.
Assuming all goes well for Cap here, I don't think Dan can catch up.
Mm-mm.
He's been going fast all run, and I feel like Dan has been playing a little bit safer. Like even right now, he's still looting. Oh, he
Goji
did get
is
a vase
scaring
though,
me. Oh, he found one on the stage and a
and a
fire
band.
band. Okay.
Okay.
There's potential here actually that Dan has. Dan not only has more damage than Cap at this point, he also has a phase 4 skip. And I think with that Saber Spaces, he's probably gonna take his cue to leave right now. Yep. Good. Alright. I mean, let's see it. There's a chance.
There's a chance. I still think Cap is going to take this home, but Dan is making it interesting.
Goji is
Goji,
still scaring me.
yeah,
Um I think
almost done though. There we
yeah.
go.
Now they just have to do phase 4 and they are in the clear. They can finally move on to the next loadout.
And you know what?
Hmm.
Dan has a phase 4 skip now.
Yeah. Am I muted? No. Uh,
Mm,
yeah, it's gonna be good. I mean, I think with the extra damage and phase 4 skip potential, he could do it.
Phase 4, how long does that take? Like 30 seconds to a minute on Railgunner?
I mean, we're watching Goji do it right now. I mean, it
Like
could
30
take
seconds maybe?
between like 20 to 30, depending on how you handle it. You have to wait for all the animation stuff, which already is like 10 seconds in itself, at least, so. Goji finding the right portal and
There
going
we
to the
go.
ship, so. They are out
Goji,
first.
first one to finish in real time.
Dan at Mythrix right now. So at this point in his run, he's at 28 minutes phase 1 Mythrix. Cap was here during phase 2, right? So if Dan can time his bans well, he can actually do a lot more damage and maybe get it really close. We'll see. Cap just finished phase 4 Mythics right now at 31 minutes. So Dan has a little bit of a clock hanging over his head now. We'll see if he can make it.
2.5 minutes to get through all of these phases. Each phase needs to be less than a minute.
He really, really needs to focus on getting those fireband procs during his special and not with his M2 at all. So far, he's been doing a
making sure he's
decent
critting
job,
him.
but he just kind of wasted that last band right there, which is not good. He's already at 29 minutes. He has to finish the next 2 phases with a phase 4 skip in 2 minutes, so be faster than Cap. And Goji
I don't
is
know.
done. Good job to them. We'll bring them in right now. Hey, Goji.
Yo.
So how did that run go?
Dude, I +5 3 times.
It was pretty brutal. So the big thing that you missed was a speed printer on stage 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was a hoof printer
Yeah.
near like the blinking orb.
But
Blinking.
you were the only person to find the ice band on stage 2.
So that was
Cap did
quite an
not find that.
advantage.
Dan did find a fire band on stage 5. Cap went bandless. And you were the first person to finish real time. I think Cap just finished right now. We're going to bring him in.
Hello.
Good job, Cap. You did not die, so far you got first. I don't think Dan can beat you. I think Dan is taking too long on phase 2 here,
Yeah.
but he actually was getting really close.
He has 1 minute to finish this fight.
And he's still in phase 2.
Before what? For second place or what?
For first place.
Did he start late?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he had like a pause
And he
thing.
paused.
Damn. Goji, good real time though. Damn. You're
Yeah,
here before me.
Goji finished first.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's all that matters.
Was there
Yeah,
any?
That's definitely all that matters.
Was there any damage or just railgunner
I found an
things?
ice band from stage 2 Chant Shrine.
Oh man.
It was
That's
the
good.
one right above teleporter, I believe, yeah?
There's also
No,
stage
it
2.
was right near spawn. When you
Okay, never mind
spawned, if
then.
you walked forward to the right, it was over there.
I'm an idiot. I was watching.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, that's a good item. No one found ATGs, right?
Nope.
Nope.
No one opened the key box or found it. So there was
Yeah. It's just
Either of
like
them.
we're railgunner and we have a vase. Everyone used the vase, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan did not find it stage 1. Dan found his stage 5, fortunately, like
Oh,
right
jeez.
at the end.
At stage 5, I was debating just getting rid of the vase because I had spaces for like a really easy skip, but it's still just so much time save in your
Yeah, I mean,
railgunner, you know?
Yeah. I think you made
Like-
the right call.
Tunnel up to the
Yeah.
tree, to the ship after like minutes saved.
Yeah. Mm.
But Cap, you did miss the fire band on stage 5.
Oh man.
Right
Both
next to the
bands.
vase.
I mean, shit. My only damage was AP round and 1 crowbar, kind of.
Yeah.
Where was the fireband?
Ugh.
It's like up top. It was next to the equipment multi-shop with the base.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't loot stage 5 at all. I mean, once I'd +5, I was like, all right, I'm going to go as fast as possible. Hopefully nobody else found the ice band. And
Yeah.
but
I mean, you were right. No one else found it, so
yeah,
that
it
was
was a good gamble.
Yeah.
Yeah, stage 5 for me, it was like we cleared the void seed out kind of just because, and I was looking for plasma shrimp and didn't get it, and I was like, okay, well, there's the void cradle across the stage with a large chest there, and that had garbage too. So, yeah. What are you gonna do?
Dan, it looks like, is going to go for a phase 4 skip here. He's not going to freeze Mithrix again, hopefully. He should be able to
Hard
just
to know,
walk around a little bit.
like, what the right call there is. Like, is it faster to just do phase 4 at that point, or
At the very start of like the run phase, honestly, as Railgunner, it might be worth just to do phase 4, but we'll see.
it's close either way?
I think he probably
This is
saved
easy
like
though.
a second or two or something. Like, it's not like a huge time save, but he got it done. So good job to Dan for finishing up,
GG.
going after a nice second place.
You definitely feel cooler when you get the phase 4 skip.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Like he's definitely not worried about dying to phase 4. It's just like might as well skip it, you know?
Yeah.
I was a little sad nobody did the AWU skip with the saw.
Oh yeah, true.
It was so free.
I mean, it's just Railgunner. Like
I mean, that's what
the
we
times
said.
are so quick.
Like, we
Yeah.
were like, no one needs to do it at all because it's Railgunner, but come on, show us the little. It was
Come on.
dude.
I thought about
Fans.
looking. I didn't even see the saw, but I thought about AWU for a second. I was like, maybe there's something in there that could offset this +5, but no.
Maybe.
Yeah, I thought about it and I was like, okay, there's like what, a 2 in 30 chance that I get a good item out of this? Like,
Yeah.
Hey, sometimes you gotta take those gambles, dude.
yeah.
Get-
I didn't even
get
see the
that
saw though,
IDP.
so
Yeah, that's fair.
the IDP, so real.
I forgot I have the feather for the Mithrix fight, so they only used that like twice. But
What?
You forget a lot. I've
dude,
noticed.
I have the Void Being world record. I got a feather on stage 5 and didn't use it once on the moon. Like I just
What is wrong with you?
I just forget that I have the feather, man. It's tough.
All right, let's
Is
bring
Dan just
in
gonna
Dan.
he has spaces and a
Yeah, he
feather,
has
okay.
feather too. Yeah, you forgot about the feather again.
Yeah,
What's
I'll
wrong
lend
with
you
you?
some of my dementia meds.
Please.
G'day.
Hey, Dan.
So
So you missed something pretty important in your run.
Ugh.
Yeah. Stage 1, there was a vase, so you lost a lot of time.
Stage 1. Oh.
Yeah, it was like right near
Yeah,
spawn.
okay.
You like spawn looking at it
Yeah.
almost. Yep.
yeah.
Dang.
Other than that, your run was actually pretty good. You got the fireband, which no one else found, and fortunately, you did find the vase on stage 5. You almost
Yeah.
came back to beat Cap, but you were just a little bit short.
Dang, dude. That is stage
Yeah,
1.
not bad.
So it was only one band during that whole run?
No, there was an ice band as well that Goji found. No one else found.
Oh. Yeah. Anyone find any ATGs for that
No.
ICBM?
No.
Nope.
Dang.
Maybe in those void keys that we didn't open up, but
Yeah,
No
I
one
didn't see
opened
those
them.
anywhere.
yeah.
I didn't even-
rough.
Yeah, I know, Cap, you were like looking around on stage 5 while trying TP. You're like, where is it? But
Yeah, I was trying, but it's probably deep in the middle somewhere.
mhm.
I almost died on
You
stage 2 to the Dune Strider.
We saw that's
Oh,
where
really?
Goji
It-
actually
That'd be
died.
crazy.
Yeah,
to die
it was
with
the
Dune Strider
fucking
stage 2. What?
Dude,
it was the
scary,
fucking
man.
rats, man. The
That's
rats.
what
I
it was
can't
for me.
fucking hit them. Yeah, I was using the war horn as much as possible just to try to get the rats out of there.
Yeah,
God.
man. Yeah, the rats are brutal. Did you guys?
Yeah.
How'd you guys go with stage 5 TP? I think I started a bit too early. I don't know. I got unlucky
I-
with the spawn.
Dan Bullrug.
I just killed pre-spawns and then Dan Bullrugged it. Damn.
Yeah, well, I hit it hoping to
Oh.
spawn in it. It was like 50-50 chance, and like
Mm.
the grandparents' knee was in it, but it didn't count. But
All right. Well,
And
it's
it
fine.
got-
It's
got
fine when
taken
it's a
over.
grandparent, though. What's the grandparent gonna do? You know, wool you?
yeah, just nothing. Yeah, nothing. Yeah. I'm not terrified.
Throw a rock at you point blank.
Yeah.
Yeah, or just send me off to the abyss with his fucking orbit. Yeah, no,
Oh,
that's
that's
fine.
the best. That's his
Yeah, I just
signature
left the
move.
TP for that and shot him from afar because I'm a railgunner.
Yeah, that's what I did too.
Yeah, I
Is
did
he
the
in
same
your
thing. I
range
like
weapon?
based out halfway.
Yeah.
And
Fuck
then
that.
based
I wasn't
back in
playing
after
fuck around to
killed him.
find out with that grandparent. That's for sure.
I was tempted to try to hide behind that little like cylinder inside of TP.
Dude, that would have been like ballsy, dude.
That's sketch as shit.
The time save though.
All right. Well, there's our easy loadout done.
Yeah.
Man,
it
how you
is
guys
nice.
feeling going into multi?
This looks
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my.
man.
This is
I
my
don't wanna
actually.
do
This people don't know this. This is actually my preferred loadout. This is what I run.
Don't fucking lie
Yep.
to everyone. What are you doing?
DM prepare mode, rebar, scrap.
Yeah, I run this all the time. It's awesome. It's so
Yeah,
sick.
I like
That's what I use for my
Scrap could be
Unifine,
fun.
actually.
Oh yeah.
It's interesting for
Ugh.
sure. At least you have rebar firsthand. Honestly.
Yeah, at least we're not stuck with like Saw primary and then like we have to be in power mode to deal damage or something.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
So
Anyway.
we'll see.
If you guys are ready, jump in, and we'll talk to you guys after.
Yep.
Good luck.
Alright,
Good luck.
sounds good. Good luck.
Good luck.
luck.
And here we go. Look at all of
Dan?
our colorful multis. Hey, Dan, leave.
That's right.
Dan.
Okay.
I hate that guy.
He didn't want to be in the in that room. I'll move him back in. Go.
Why? We're always so nice to him.
I don't know. And here we go. Such a bright multi
I like that
skin.
skin.
Yeah. Which one?
On
bright one?
Cap.
Oh,
The
I like the
gold
golden
multi.
one too. The gold always looks so good. And here we go. So the stage order we have today for multi is Roost, Aphelion, RPD, and Abyssal. So at least we have Abyssal. I feel like Aphelion and RPD could be a little bit annoying if we don't get some good AoE before that point, but shouldn't be too bad, hopefully.
Yeah, double pests on stage 2 and on stage 3.
The copers among you might say, but you have AoE with Scrap Launcher, but yeah,
That's not real.
That's not real. And Goji's skin looks so much better now that they're in the game here. The bright is so sick.
The luminescent multi.
Oh, by the way,
Nope.
Skin Tuner is out, and you guys can download them on yourselves and make your skins all colorful and cool. Wow. Just search up Skin
'Cause you
Tuner
demanded it.
or yeah, that's why. Or search up Risk of Resources in the Thunder Store and you can get it right now. Holy shit. Be colorful.
Shout out to the great Mark Tullius for creating that mod. Does a lot of work on Risk of Resources. He's responsible for creating the Gauntlet mod that we use during the races, as well as the public Gauntlet mod.
Well, it's not just Mark anymore.
It's
but-
not just Mark.
Yeah. No.
We have a whole
Um,
team of people, but
Yeah. Oh, a Void Band right off the start. Right in the middle of the map. There's the
Skin Tuner, I
AoE.
believe, is mainly Mark.
Yes. I think 6 Moon helps out with Skin Tuner now, though. I think that Cap is going to pick up the Void Band if he sees it.
Hmm. Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it is AoE.
There's an actual normal band on the stage as well. So he's going to pick
Ooh.
it up. It's right in the tunnel. Fucking open that shit. I want to see it now.
I want to see Dan or Cap get played here.
Oh, he's gonna get the band first, never mind. Beautiful though. I mean, having a band at the start is glorious. So, wait,
It's ideal. That's what you want to see.
where is the teleporter? Is it up top? I
Gochi
thought it'd be in the
found it.
cave.
It's probably up top.
Okay. How would Cat
Is
take
it?
Van? Is he stupid or something? I didn't say it.
It's a legit strat. Zinc and Cabbage have been known to vand up from time to time.
That's true. I mean, if you don't have a band, it's extra damage. So that's as much
And in a
leeway as
race,
I will
there's-
give you.
There's no guarantee you'll find a band.
That's true.
Although they did just find one. Stage 1.
True and true.
You have double the chance to find a band as any other green item.
Also true. I think this teleporter event might take these guys a little bit longer than they probably want. They're probably all gonna have to stay in power mode quite a bit here, just kind of tank some blasts. Dan finally done with his. Death Mark from the TP, very powerful and good with this loadout. Yes. Not only is Death Mark really tough to activate when you're in a single player run, but especially when you're racing or you have a character that has no debuffs to apply. That's a wasted item, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Hate to see it.
basically scrap. Although maybe like sometimes if you're playing Rex, you can get a little bit of death mark. But it is quite rare. Like you said, in single player. For multiplayer, it's a great item.
Yeah.
And you'll usually be able to proc it, but 4 debuffs is just way too many.
It's brutal, man. How
And
much are
even in the event that you do, Mithrix will just like dash out of it and cleanse it.
Yeah. As a reminder, Mithras cleanses all non-damaging debuffs every time that he dashes, which is cool. Debuff, like Death Mark, is non-damaging, so you know, very sick.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cleanses all slows and things like that too. I was gonna ask how much everyone is actually gonna loot this map, and it looks like they're actually looting up a bit more. Multi, especially with this loadout, is something we have to just kind of start off with as like a full looting strategy here. If they rush too fast with this loadout and find themselves on stage 3 or 4 with nothing, right? It's just gonna be like a death cycle or something like that. It's just gonna
Yeah.
start taking too long. So
Taking the extra 2 or 3 minutes now could save literally an hour later in the round.
yeah. Goji actually getting rid of the monster tooth. They feel confident because they have the healing drone. Getting rid of all the other stuff. I think that was a razor wire they scrapped. Deathmark, just keeping the mocha and the band. I think it would be maybe a good idea to print a syringe up top near TP as well.
And finding the red whip. I
really good.
really love that item on multi.
Looks like everyone is going to get the red whip before they leave, so. It looks like Goji
Looks
is
like
going
Cap
back
did
to
not
spawn.
scrap.
Oh, just to get that drone.
And neither is Dan, which is surprising. Usually Dan is the skrilled guy.
Yeah. Surprise. Either way, we all find everyone on stage 2 already, so it looks like they're keeping pace with each other pretty well. There's a stake printer off the spawn. That's pretty amazing. I think I see... Is that another stake printer?
Nice.
There is a void cradle
Get your
though.
protein.
Get... Okay, Cap need to be really careful there. He knew how to position himself with the Templar to not be pushed off the map. It's very easy to just put your like a wall or like a cliff edge behind you when you're like fighting a Templar, and they can just boop you off. It's a little scary.
Yeah. I think a lot of the times people are so scared of the Gatling gun, they forget his other attack, which just boops you off a cliff.
Did Dan just get knocked off by the Templar because he didn't do what I was just talking about?
I think so. Notice how all of these guys have 2 healing drones.
That is another
on
stake
multi,
printer, nice.
You want to have 2. Just because multi has so much health.
Yeah, multi does not heal very well. There's a hoof for Cap going over towards that little island. Looks like Cap's gonna loot up here before he goes to TP wherever it is. That's another speed item for Cap as well. So now they're starting to speed up
Nice.
a little bit. I mean, with 2 mochas, a hoof, and a red whip, that's a good starting speed. Although multi, I know that a lot of players, when they play multi, they're just like, damn, why is this piece of shit so slow? He's not actually slower. I know a lot of people think that. Like, his max speed is the same as every other character. It's the acceleration speed. Every time that you turn to change directions as multi, uh, it takes longer to get your character up to max speed again, compared to basically any other character. Artie is pretty slow with that as well, but with multi's huge hitbox and low acceleration, it really is nice to get a lot of speed for him. just to make him feel a little bit more mobile.
He's also just bigger, so I think he inherently feels slower.
Yeah. Overall, nothing
Okay, it
too
looks like
crazy though. Ooh, there we
there
go.
was a void cradle. Kind of, Dan was looking at it earlier next to one of the meat printers.
Mm-hmm.
He did not open it. He'll probably come back after the teleporter. I'm imagining he wants to play it safe,
Yeah,
which
I
is
mean,
smart.
he was pretty low by that point. I think he got knocked off by the Templar, so he was like just wanting to live for a little bit. Cap already at TP. He found a Shirk and as well as the Sticky Bomb, which is really, really good here. Really, really
Nice.
nice. And Goji getting an Opal as well. Dan finding the AP round was really nice for him, though. There is a lot of damage going around here early on. I mean, we're going to see more damage items in this run than we did in the last one. And we're already in stage 2, so...
This band is really carrying.
Oh, yeah. And it is an encrusted
Cap
key
having a
out
little
of
trouble.
the Void Cradle.
The vagrant keeps getting healed by the mendings.
Amazing. Yeah, just gotta
Gotta make
start
sure to take those
throwing
out.
stun bombs and getting your band proc in there.
Getting hit by the orb. You know, I think my least favorite attack in this game is the vagrant orb. You
Really?
destroy it and it still damages you.
You gotta run, dude. That's funny. Cap almost done with the teleporter. Dan actually going back to use a scrap that he had for a Teddy. We'll see if that helps him at all. One Teddy is... It's not saver spaces, right? But it does help a lot. Over the course of a stage, you are taking a lot less damage.
Yeah. It's what, a 13% block chance?
Correct.
And that evens out to about 13% less damage overall.
Uh-huh.
But it's not reliable like safer spaces are.
Nope. You gotta just like look at it over the like of a stage value instead of like a single instance value.
Similar to crit. Crit is like
Yeah.
10% chance to deal double damage, which is essentially just 10% more damage.
Yep. What they get from TV? Oh, they all got a Warhorn, which maybe if they were playing Retool, I'd value the Warhorn a little bit more here, but not really for their current loadout.
Looks like there is a scrapper next to the printer and another one down there. Wonder if we'll see them use that this stage.
There's
I imagine
one
we will.
like touching TP as well.
Yeah. And the Void Cradle, encrusted key.
Everyone, I really
was-
need everyone to find that key. On
Looks
this
like Dan
one.
already got it.
Yeah. Goji is the last one, so we'll see if they find it.
I think they saw the cradle. Looks like they're going over there now.
Cap going to repair one of his drones. I think there were some items on the little island over there that he didn't get. I know that damage chest over there that is on his screen is the AP round. I don't think he's gonna go get it though. I don't know if he sees it. No, he sees it now. There we go.
He's almost out of money. I think there was a crowbar over there too. Goji did find the encrusted key. I wonder if we'll see any variation in that. If we'll see people open it immediately or wait and try to get another key. I think I'd wait on
I would think
multi.
I'd wait on this loadout as well. Like it depends where we're at in the run, right? Like if we're at a point where we're pretty much done with the build and we don't really need that much extra stuff, I might just open it because I might be trying to speed up by that point anyway. But where they're at right now, I think it would be a better idea to wait to gain some more snowballing power here.
I want to
There-
see him get some real AoE here.
This is the stage where they're gonna start needing it. I mean, it's gonna be
He
rat
got
time.
those sticky bombs, but that's kind of it. And it's like fake AoE.
A little bit. It's something, I guess, though. There is an equipment barrel right off spawn, just a little bit to the left. I hope they all find it. At least remember or go back for it at some point. Because none of them have equipment. So which,
Hmm.
I mean, they've been full looting. They're at stage 3 and they still don't have any. That's crazy.
Cap did scrap quite a bit. He has 4 white scrap and 2 green right now.
I think it's good. I think I would have liked to see more of them actually scrap on this run.
They all have a little bit. But that's really going to benefit Cap if they find a good printer at any point.
Already we're getting to a position where like on Cap screen there's just like so many imps and stuff, and like you can see the damage on the scrap launcher just isn't like what they're really needing right now. They're still needing damage. There's another sticky bomb on Dan right in the middle of the field. We'll see if that benefits him at all. It will. ATG, there we go. So that's really, really
Where was
good at
that
this
last
point.
run?
I know. So ATG's here. Obviously, they're really good. But
Goji
now,
also found it.
with the sticky bombs that they have and that they're starting to accrue, that's a lot of this like proc chain starter going on here. So
True.
and I think that the rebar is already a very powerful ATG procer, so they have a little bit of damage if they proc things right.
That razor wire is actually really helping Cap out. I was just noticing.
I was actually surprised that Goji scrapped theirs early, because I think with power mode, especially with low speed, I think it does a lot of damage, just passively.
You get
Oh,
like burned or bled.
and it's an egg. Was the equipment barrel
Ooh.
at the start, so that's really, really good.
Not
If
quite a skip at this point. They need a fuel cell, I believe. Maybe there's a way to do it on multi.
if they get, I think with multi, I think if they get 2 feathers, they can skip at the egg. They need a little bit of speed though. But yeah, a fuel cell would be an instant skip for them. We found the key box. It's right next to the teleporter, but it looks like that Dan is electing to not open it up, which, like what
And
me and Dispy were talking about, I think it's probably the good call here.
Dan also did another thing there that I'm kind of surprised. There's a wrap in a multi shop, like kind of next to that Prion location, and he didn't take it. I'd be a little bit scared at this point. I mean, I guess they do have power mode.
I was gonna say that. I think with
But
power mode, I think it's kind of like the thing that helps out. I think right now they're still just looking for damage so badly. Hey, and speaking of damage in AoE, we got a Shatter Splane. So there is a crit that everyone has except Cap right now, actually. I don't know where they found it, but oh, and dude, with crit, ATG, Sticky Bomb, we're starting to get into a little bit of bleed.
Goji.
It's
Goji.
Goji with
That's a
another
+5.
+5. Tough. I
think
don't know
that's
what
where wrap
happened, but
helps. In that situation, exactly. He got bled by the
oh yeah,
imp.
the bleed would have been stopped by Rap completely there.
It
Unfortunately,
looked like they kind of
Huh?
panicked a little bit when the imp started like doing the ground pound attack. And they were in power mode and they couldn't get out of it.
the other thing is too, because the hitbox for the shift, the transport mode is so large, if the big imp teleports near you and you try to shift away from it, even if it's behind you, you'll always still just ram into it and then just get slammed. So you really need to just like actually like sprint out of it and walk away, which is painful.
That is very painful. And seeing the Shatter Spleen immediately after, I'm sure hurts too, because that's the AoE problem solved.
Unfortunately, this is not going to be a run where they're going to get high bleed stacks unless they get like a crowdfunder or something, but
Oh, you know
it's
what?
it's
Cap's
an
doing something
AoE.
I really like. He got roll pennies before starting the teleporter, and he's taking bleeds here, and he's getting paid. Also, safer spaces in the void key.
Oh,
Looks like Cap
interesting.
got it, and so did Dan.
Wow. I'm actually
So
surprised they
that's a
both
skip
opened it up.
too.
But hey, I mean, it really paid off this time, so.
And we'll see if Goji opens it.
I think Goji will open it. They are going for it right now, yeah. I think by this point, though, everyone's starting to feel a little bit better. They have the ATG, they have the sticky bombs. Cap doesn't have the crit, but I think Cap doesn't really want to, or wants to start speeding up a little bit, so.
Yeah.
And speaking of speeding up a little bit, Dan goes right for the stage 4 TP, starting up immediately.
Interesting.
And like we were talking about
He
earlier,
probably
he
feels
was
really confident.
now
Ooh, look at
just
that. One of that Titans is in the Void Seed and is going to die basically instantly.
yeah. I was saying earlier, like sometimes you can just pop it and get the boss in right away. That's what he wanted last run with the grandparent, but didn't quite work out for him.
He also got hit by that laser and farmed some pennies, which is perfect. I think that maybe that's his
Love that
strat. He's
razor
like, you
wire.
know what? I don't need to loot here at all. I can just farm pennies, not take any damage because I'm multi. I have power mode. I have a wrap. I'll be fine. Yeah, look at that. And those burns too, really helpful. He already has $1,500 from pennies alone.
I'm really happy that everyone has a saver spaces. It's going to be really, really good for Mithrix. But I am still worried about Mithrix right now. Without much speed or a
There's a whip.
feather, this still might be a little bit of a rough time for everybody. They still haven't checked off everything on their list that they kind of need.
And the multi safer spaces host skip is probably the hardest one. So this is
It's
going
a
to be a
little
little bit of
tricky.
a skill check.
Yeah. We'll see who has practiced and done their homework, basically.
Remember, Cap had trouble with it last time.
Uh-oh. Cap's still looting, actually, stage 3. He got so much money for the pennies that he farmed up. Do you think it's kind of almost a trap that he's still just looting up, or do you think it's actually beneficial
If
here?
he finds the crit, I think it'll be good, but he has not. Oh, I think, is this the crit right here in this
Yeah, there he
damage chest? I
goes.
think it might be.
Dan is taking cover within the legendary chest little crevice. This is a double void seed, actually, which is really unfortunate for everybody because it means that there's not really that much loot on this stage right now. It's kind of being eaten up by the void seeds. Cap is going to check the Bazaar real quick. Is that an afterburner? It is.
Yeah.
He's thinking about it. He's
And
thinking about the
oh,
predatory, actually, and he goes for it
predatory.
with the Shatter
Smart.
Spleen there. That's 5% extra crit on top of the Shatter Spleen, which is an extra 5. So they are at
21%
21%.
total.
Yeah, which is really nice. And he had the scrap for it too, so good call.
Hopefully. Oh,
Headset.
headset in the legendary chest. Okay.
Dan went for the god fucking gamble and got it. Jesus. I think I
Holy
saw a
shit.
good printer on stage 4 here as well. It was up top, right? I think that was a speed printer that Goji found.
I don't know.
Yeah, Goji has 3 speed cola. Nice.
And with that egg, that's really good for the headset.
Oh
Multi
yeah,
kind of struggles a bit. Like, if you get wax coils and speed, you can't really trimp. You can, but it just requires a lot more.
it's
But with the egg,
again because of the hitbox combined with the low acceleration. You just can't transition that energy upward, you know. But yeah, with the egg, it's really good.
and it's also a faster pillar skip.
Yeah,
They don't have to do the safer spaces setup anymore. They just go straight up.
that's actually unbelievable. That's such a play for Dan. If Dan plays this well, that play might just save him the run. This might just win flat out. They do have the ban too, so they have all this extra damage. They have ATGs. They have, at least a little bit of crit. They have sticky bombs, right? We just saw Dan one shot a boss right there. So
I'm
they
kind of
have crowbar as
shocked it
well.
paid off.
It never pays off. So
It's very high risk, high reward.
but honestly,
Usually it just fucks your run, but this is
I
one of the
get it.
rare instances
Because
that it
like,
worked out in his favor.
oh, and there's a focus crystal printer on stage 4 as well that Dan could have gone into.
I think there's a
Damn,
speed printer too.
there was. I mean, we'll see. The thing is, though, like I was
But
saying, that with the double void seed, there's just gonna be naturally less loot on this stage. So for Dan to just say, okay, I could get like a few chests, or I could just get like the legendary and take a gamble. Um, you know, I think it made sense. Also, there's a feather on cap and a multi shop on stage 4 as well, which now everyone has enough survivability, in my opinion, for Mithrix. Dan is a
Yeah.
little bit low on speed, which can be a little bit scary, but overall, everyone should be fine. And especially with the speed printer on stage 4 for Goji and Cap, they should have no problem.
Dan already halfway through the stage 5 teleporter. He got that headset. He's just booking it. He knows he has what he needs and he can just win. He's banking on the fact that the others won't find it, and he's just going to try to push that advantage as far as he possibly can. He's playing this very well right now. Honestly, we might be looking at some bonus points for him. Because if they
We'll
don't find
see.
the headset, I can imagine them taking their time on stage 5
I think
and
so
not being
too.
very comfortable.
Yeah, I mean,
Meanwhile,
and with
Dan's gonna be done.
Goji already having a +5, it just all we need is just for Cap to be a little bit slower, and loot up a little bit more, and Dan gets like potential bonus points here. It is a 7-minute interval though on 3-player though, so we'll see. That is a lot of
And
time
Cap,
to beat someone by.
I think he has enough for that legendary chest, though.
I mean, Cap did have the
Is he going to make the
pennies.
gamble?
We'll see.
And Dan is on the moon.
Yeah, here we go. Again, hopefully Dan has practiced his headset host skipping. We'll see. And there's another band in the middle of stage 4 that unfortunately Dan didn't get either. That would have been really, really nice for Dan because it's an ice band.
He would have. The fire is kind of hard with headset.
Yeah.
Because you'll launch Mithrix away and he won't stay in the band.
And Goji is going for the legendary chest and gets the headset. You can see on their face how
Oh.
happy they are. Oh, yeah. All right. Well, Cap,
That's
let's
what they
see
needed.
if he takes it. Cap needs
He
it
already
so
passed it
bad.
up.
Cap has enough money for it though.
Does he have to clear the void seed before he can get to it?
No, I think he might think he does, but he does not have to. And Dan is going up, and Dan is about to start the fight right now. There we go.
He wasted that egg.
Oh, yeah, Goji put the egg into the equipment drone. Oh, no.
That must have been an accident.
I mean, it was. That's painful.
I don't know, maybe there's some strat I'm not seeing here.
No, I don't think so, unfortunately. Cap is taking his time on stage 4. Dan is already in the Mithrix fight. Cap's still just looting around. Dan's damage isn't too bad. Got a headset sound that was
And-
pretty good.
You know, we could potentially see Goji pull out of Cap here too. If Goji finds the headset and Cap doesn't,
Yeah.
that's going to put Cap in a very bad spot.
I mean, there's a lot to
Goji
do on
utilizing the
stage
geysers
4.
very well.
So, yeah. I mean, I was gonna say though that like there's a lot to do on stage 4 here. There's a focus crystal printer. There's a speed printer. I don't even know if Cap has found the speed printer up top. It looks like Cap is
Oh,
going for
here he
legendary
goes.
chest though. It's amazing that everyone went for it in the same run. But again, good job on Dan for going for it early, because that's where
Yeah.
like the thing is though. Cap now has a little bit. He has a little bit better of a build. Cap has the extra focus crystals. Cap has the ice band. Cap might get into a situation where he blazes through stage 5, gets some Mithrix, and might speed past the Dan because Dan missed out on those things.
I don't see that happening because of an ice band. I don't
Ice
see
band
it
plus
making up for an
2
entire
focus
stage.
crystals.
Yeah. I don't see that making up for an entire stage.
We'll see. I think it's just hard because Dan has to really place his fire band stomps very well. Also, we'll see how Dan handles phase 2.
That's true.
Oh,
Phase 2
also,
is a great equalizer.
You know what is terrible? Goji not having the egg means that they can't do the headset damage versus Mithrix.
Yeah.
That is really bad.
That's brutal.
So even though they found the headset and it was like, you know, the best item they could have found there, they accidentally threw away their ability to actually use it.
Maybe they'll loot a little bit more here, look for an equipment.
I hope
Kind
they
of rough
do.
going to Mythics with no equipment. You can see that equipment drone and its egg speeding around. Feels bad. And nope, Goji's just going to go.
Okay. Let's see it then.
And halfway through phase 2. He's getting harassed a little bit.
That wrap is absolutely saving him, combined with the armor of multi. He's getting just blasted by wisps.
He's still relying on the healing drones. He does not have any other healing.
Oh wow. Okay. Who has healing? It's a better question. No one has healing.
No, and Cap only has the one healing drone.
It's a little bit scary. At least they all have saber spaces, honestly.
Cap does have an elixir too, so he's a little bit safer, but not by all that much.
If Cap leaves immediately here, which I hope he does, now he's gonna loot a little bit more. There was something around, maybe. Nah, looks like Cap's
Oh,
just
he's
going.
leaving.
Yeah, good.
Good. But meanwhile, Dan is on phase 3.
Koji is going after their skip right now. And they are up.
Nope.
Oh.
Are they?
Uh-oh. Yeah, they're up. They're up.
Yeah, okay.
All right, though. I
I see
mean,
the same thing from Cap here.
I don't see a way that
But-
Dan doesn't win here unless he dies. But bonus
Yeah.
points are out of the picture at this point.
Goji and Cap really brought it back.
Watching
Although
Dan
Goji's
do
gonna have a
pizza
tough
now.
fight.
Again, Dan should be fine here. We'll see how long this takes Dan, though, because as more ads spawn, it gets harder to use headset when you only have a fire ban. Cap is on his way
That's
up,
true.
and he's in. Let's see how his damage is. Goji's isn't bad, right? Goji could still use the ramps a little bit here for a little bit of a stomp, but Cap is the one with the egg, so we'll see.
And if Cat gets some lucky ATG procs here too.
Oh yeah, I mean that's all it really takes, right?
Oh,
Already
look at that
half health
damage.
with one shot. I mean,
Ooh.
but
I mean-
Dan's Mythics is almost dead. It depends, I think, if Dan skips phase 4 or not.
Yeah,
We'll
it might
see.
come down to the skip. Although I don't know. I feel like Dan's got this.
He's got it.
I wouldn't put it past him to throw here, but I think he's got it in the bag.
He's got to be a little bit careful with these ads during pizza, but he should be fine. It looks like he is just going to try to wait till to phase 4 skip here to do the final bit of damage. He's doing a little bit, just trying to get him down to like 1 health. Probably might throw it on him 2 or something. He's got to be careful. So putting
Dan
fire.
played this run super well.
He did.
Missing the ice band and the focus crystals did suck, but he was just so much faster.
And that is a phase 4 skip for Dan, and he is done. Really good job for Dan, actually.
He got that headset before anyone else.
Like taking that gamble, right? And not only taking the gamble, but actually playing the gamble well when he got something good out of it. Because I see sometimes that like someone plays a gamble or someone gets like a massive opportunity early, and they don't really take full advantage of it. But I feel like Dan absolutely did. So
Yeah, and he was just going fast the entire run. Like he's the first one on stage 4. Instantly hit the teleporter, got the headset, and then just left. He played it about as well as you can hope to.
yeah. Now let's see between I'll get it as a +5, but we'll see who finishes real time between Goji and Cap. Just how much of that egg difference there is. It's amazing how tanky multi is, because you can just stay between all of those wisps and get hit from all of them and still be perfectly fine.
I know. Never take any perma damage.
I'm surprised that Cap is not going a little bit faster here on especially phase 2. I feel like this phase is taking him quite a while.
He's not using his egg. Looks
He's
like
trying
he's
to save
saving
it
it
for Mythics.
for Mithrix here. Imagine getting a headset ATG into sticky bombs.
Oof. I love that.
That's some
And a
damage.
turret. Oh. And here we go. Cap starting off, pretty much putting Mythics down to half health immediately. We love to see that.
That's headset for you.
I remember a time when people thought headset was bad.
Yeah, it used to be considered the worst item in the game
Yeah.
by a lot of people.
It makes me jump weird. I don't like it. Let's bring in Dan right now and congratulate him on a good run. Hey, Dan.
Congratulations.
Yes.
I was
You
gonna
came
go
in
for
first.
the troll angle, but Spirit came in swinging with the
No,
I'm
GGs.
glad Dio
He
came
did
in with
well.
a hint of compassion. Thank you.
No, I have no compassion for Dan.
Yeah,
You actually did really well. You got the headset gamble. Like, you went for the chest. It worked out. And then you played it
so rare.
as well as you probably could have once you got the headset drop. Some
Nice.
things you did
Nice.
miss on stage 4, though, were a
Yeah.
focus crystal printer and an ice band right next to the legendary chest. So that would have
Yeah,
helped you out.
Really?
And a speed print up top as well, yeah.
I guess Crystal
Cap
Print.
getting
Nice.
a phase 4 skip and finishing
But
it off.
You played that about as well as you could have, I think. Like
Nice.
you missed a few items, but like
Yeah.
your gameplay after stage 3 was basically perfect. You had the pennies, you hit teleporter instantly, used the pennies to open legendary chests, got very lucky,
Mm-hmm.
and then just pushed that
Yeah.
to the end of the run. Goji and Cap did find the headset, but they just played a slower stage 4. Like you found it
Okay.
probably 5 minutes before everyone else.
You were on
Nice.
like phase 2 Mythics when they were all on stage 4 still, to be put in perspective.
And Cap,
Oh.
like almost
Oh,
gave
yeah,
you a
felt
run
good.
for your money. He was catching up pretty fast just because he had a bit more damage.
Yeah.
He's charging the ship right now, but you just went so fast and it didn't matter.
Goji, unfortunately,
he wins
having to
demons.
do phase 4 here, so let's see how
Rough.
this goes. Hopefully, they can do
Go-
enough damage immediately just to. Yeah, there we go. Orb time.
Goji accidentally gave his egg to an equipment drone.
On stage 4, the one right next to TP.
I think it was on stage 5. They gave it to an
Was it stage
equipment drone, and
Rough.
we're
Rough.
pretty sure
I
it's
remember
an
seeing it on
accident.
stage 4 and like right next to TP, like touching the TP. I'm like, Dan, don't you goddamn dare. Don't you do it. I just
But
do a
they played it
drive by
very well.
holding E. Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it. I felt good. It felt good. Rare to get a good item from the red chest.
Yeah, what a gamble. Very rarely does that actually pay off.
Yeah.
That's probably like a 1 in like 40 like instance where you actually get a good item from it in the races here. So
Absolutely. Well, I felt good
And it's
with
interesting
the
that you all went for it.
yeah,
Yeah, well, I think we all probably all had the same thought process. We all had the safer spaces. We all felt comfortable in Mithrix. We all had to skip. Like, fuck it, let's go. And then it was just like, oh, well, we'll just see what happens, I guess. But
hello,
we
Cap.
all, we all felt comfortable after that.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hey,
You have
G'day.
secured second place.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
Dan beat you by 3 minutes.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was
Brutal.
Good. Or...
did you just go or did you find something that I didn't? I got
no,
the
once I had the
stompers, of
headset, I just
course.
left.
Yeah.
Just
All right.
He
went
found
for
it
man.
like right after TP. Cap, you looted before TP
Yeah.
and after. Dan hit TP immediately when he got to the stage, got the headset, and then
Yep.
left. That was
That's what I was saying, like before you guys pulled me in, is that I spent so much time looting on stage 2 when I could have just done the penny farm, got everything afterwards, and there's the
Yeah.
double void seed as well. And then I was debating going half and half into the speed focus crystal printer. Ended up not doing that, but yeah.
That's a long time printing though. It's just such a time.
Yeah.
Time.
It's
like, time
hard to
consuming.
justify that.
Yeah. Especially when you use the faster scrapper as well. Going back to feels like
Oh
actual
yeah, it feels
molasses.
awful. Like nails on chalkboard.
That's why I was so
Absolutely.
like not willing to use it for so long, but I caved after a certain point. I was like, I need it. Like,
It's really good quality of
And you
life.
can't go back. You really can't go
no,
back.
it's over. Hello,
Oh, my
Goji.
goodness, we're
What up,
so
Goj?
fast? What? Damn.
Hey, good.
What- Hey.
Yep.
Oh, give me a BRB.
what
You were not too far
Um,
behind.
Okay.
It was
I figured
really
you were
only the
basically-
+5.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think had you not given your egg to that equipment drone,
Yeah, that was a big
you
mistake.
might have finished faster than Cap
The one on stage 4.
real time.
Dude, I just held my E button down when I went through the teleporter, and then I was just like, ha ha ha, I have head stompers. And I was like, no.
Yeah, that's rough. I saw that one before I hit the TV, and I'm like, please do not grub it and put my equipment into the drone. Fuck
Dan was
that.
saying the same thing. It's like, dude, I'm
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah.
I think
We
I
all got
struggled
head
a lot
stompers,
on.
though?
Everyone
we
got
all got
headset.
it.
Hmm.
Which I mean, I was kind of surprised, but if any of us got the pennies, like that's just such an easy farm when you have the
Especially
stun
with the
titans there.
Titan. Yeah, it was just
Yeah.
so much
Power
money.
mode, wrap,
Yep.
you're basically invincible.
I struggled on stage 3 on the TP there. I think that
Yeah.
was a good amount of time lost too.
That's where I died. I got like
Oh,
stuck
yeah.
on a rock trying to transport mode, and then I just took a whole stack of bleed
The
daggers.
bleed. Yeah,
the
shit.
spikes.
Yeah, like we only had. I mean, I guess the razor wire was our most AOE other than the Jarl's band
Yeah.
going into that stage.
Yeah, I
stage
scrapped my
3.
razor wire stage 1, and as soon as I scrapped it, I was
Ah.
like, that was AoE. You're like, maybe it
Yeah.
doesn't make a difference, but that
Yeah.
was AoE. And
With power mode too,
Yeah.
especially.
yeah.
That
Was there
shadow
any good
sprint
printers,
saved
like,
your guys'
anywhere?
ass.
Yeah,
What,
Shadow's
guys?
playing
Absolutely.
saved.
So was any yellow, I mean, green printers or anything anywhere? Or
No.
No, not that I saw.
okay,
Just
Alright.
some
But I also didn't
good
look
white
at stage
printers.
5 at all. So
Yeah,
Yeah, none of us did.
I saw.
Yeah.
only saw 70% of the stages, honestly.
yeah, to get stompers.
Yeah.
So we were talking about
GG
it
though.
before, like beforehand, like how every time we have a multi-run and we're like always really worried about the loadout, we're like, like I don't know, it could be a really bad run.
Yeah.
It's always like we get like the crazy fucking RNG where we get headset or like spare drone parked or something every time. So
Yeah, dude,
Multi-loadout's
those
still
like
holding
large
up.
chests on stage 1. I was really hoping. I was like, surely one of these has a drone, man. Surely.
The large chest is what you said.
What?
You said the large chest on stage 1.
Yeah, there's 2 large chests
Yeah.
stage 1. Ended up being like a red whip and a razor wire. Actually, yeah.
Yeah, not
praying.
great.
Dude, such a bad combo though. Trying to hit, you have a hit scan with your rebar and a shot you have to lead with your scrap launcher. Trying to do both at once is so brutal.
I didn't even think
A
about
little
that, but that
wonky.
is annoying.
It is annoying, yeah.
Speaking of
Trying to
projectiles,
hit,
though, we have Artie up next. So you guys are
Why
here
is
for
this
Blue
racer
Artie?
too?
Blue already.
Man, we got Bloody, baby.
Unless you
Alright.
guys have a free post skip on this one.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is chill.
Just takes 7 years, but yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it gets you there.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
good
worth the
luck,
trade
guys.
off for the colossal damage of flamethrower, so it should be good.
Oh,
True.
true.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Someone already posted it. We'll see you guys soon after the next loadout. Good luck,
Alright.
everybody.
All right.
Good luck.
Bye-bye.
Good luck.
All right. And
I
here we
think
go.
Goji's talking to their coach right now.
Yeah.
You guys can't see it, but Zinc is in a call with Goji right now.
Before they start. Alrighty. Well, here we go. Someone said something about the Artie fashion contest. I think Goji wins. Look at that.
Oh, absolutely.
I think Caps is a little bit too one note. I like Goji's color
It's
palette
gaudy.
here. Yeah.
No class. Cap is so fucking distasteful. offensive to the palate. All right, we got a key from Dan.
Already pretty good. So the stage order on this one we're looking at is Plains, Wetland, Scorch Acres, which is probably the best map that they have today in this cycle, and then Sirens again. So we'll see. We'll see. I feel like Sirens, I mean, they do have Ion Surge this time. No one should get larvaed. Crossing my fingers. No caster curse 20 minutes before it happens or anything, but
Oh, and a gun?
gun. Okay, hold up. So obviously we're just talking about the stage order. What are you thinking right now, Dispute? Are you saving gun for stage 3 or stage 4?
Probably
Or just
stage
using
4.
it stage 1?
I mean, I'd hold on to it. I mean, I guess if there's nothing good, stage 3, I'd look for like probably a Little Disciple. Shatter Spleen, I don't know, not the best on Artie.
I agree here. Unless they get some sort of like crazy like firework or like crowdfunder build or like something like that, like something transformative. I don't really feel like the spleen is gonna really be that helpful long term.
But Little Disciple could be good, and if you bring it to stage 4, you have the opportunity to get not only a Molten Perforator, but you can also get the red item with
Yeah,
Empathy
plus
Cores.
empathy cores, yeah, which is you have a chance of getting empathy core drone man immediately and just winning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically
So,
the speedrun meta is
Yeah.
that.
we'll see. But I mean, so far Cap is the only one to have found it, so we'll see. Never mind. Goji just found it.
Goji. Ignition tank on Dan, which
On
is
yeah,
kind of sad.
he's talking
this
about it right now.
loadout.
He's just hovering over it.
But hopefully they'll find something. Oh, drone parts? Okay.
All right.
That's interesting.
So I'm saving the gun until stage 4, and then I'm winning, right?
World record seed.
Yeah, here we go. It's gonna be really fast of
Yep.
a run.
Oh my god. And I don't know, the others are gonna go back there. Cap
This
might be the only
Cap's, yeah. Because like Dan, like he might get one of the chests that's like decently close by, but it seemed like he went to the teleporter early. And I don't think he's gonna go back and find that gun. I don't think that's.
one.
It's gonna be just like the vase situation all over again.
That's crazy. I want to see Cap get an Artie world record here. Dan is actually the current Artie world record holder.
Yeah.
I'm second place. Feels bad to say, but basically what he did in that run was he got drone parts stage 1, and then like
Just one.
that was it.
Yeah.
Because that's all you need. I don't even think he got empathy cores in that run. But
I think
Cap definitely will here.
Yeah. It's all set up.
And with the Quail, you've got some early speed too. I think Quail feels really good on Artie because of that lower acceleration.
Yeah. I mean, it can, but like if you only have like sprint cans or something, it can be like a nightmare sometimes to try to like wrangle your way to go to another direction.
That's true.
But I like it
use your
early a lot.
jetpack to adjust yourself.
Yeah. This is crazy. Where was that chest? It was like in the very middle on like the mountain, right? With this drone parts.
Yeah, it's like near the new Talter location.
Okay, it looks like
the
Dan
middle.
is actually going back. He actually might find the drone parts.
Ooh.
He's going right
Ooh.
for it, right for that chest. He sees
Is he
it,
going to
dude.
find the gun?
That's
Going to find both of them?
the question, isn't it? Wow.
And is Goji going to go back?
Mm.
Ooh.
Didn't even say
Huge.
anything. I said huge. All right. Looks like Dan
Getting the
is gonna
focus
find the
pistol.
drone parts. It's right here, or not the drone parts, the gun. Yeah, he's gonna find both. All right.
Oh. Goji's
Goji's
leaving.
leaving.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
that hurts.
Dan's paused. He's like, "Is this real? Did that really just happen?" I think this is the best seed I think we've ever seen.
This is gonna be really fucking quick. This is going to beat the RD world record for Gauntlet
If
they play it
if
right.
they can just survive until stage 4, they'll be fine. Unfortunately, it will not count as a world record
Correct.
because you can
They
see
know
the
the
stages ahead
stages.
of time.
Yeah.
Like in a normal gauntlet run, you would not know you're getting Siren's Call.
Which is
But
sad. Breaks my heart to see
they can still get
Goji
a
on
really
stage
fast time
2
here.
without that drone man. It's gonna
Yeah.
be like it's almost hard to die when you have drone man this early though when you're going so fast. Like there's so few enemies and they all just die immediately to drone man anyway. So
And I predict Cap will not really be buying items here, probably just drones.
correct. Because you really don't need any, right? Like some speed would definitely be nice. I could see them going for the void seed here, trying to get like a saver spaces or something like that, but they got all the damage they need slated coming up next, right?
Yeah.
Fucking Ember the Core Drone Man.
And they've already got a skip with Ion Surge. They don't need to worry too much.
Looks like Dan is going more the defensive route here as well. He's printing the repulsion armor plates, which I think is a good call. Again, don't need damage.
The Vagrants kind of suck when you have a drone build because they will murder them.
Unfortunately for Goji, Goji needs damage. So
Yeah.
I hope they could find what they need. I hope that they just find like some headset or something in a chest or like and it
Yeah.
just kind of works out.
A second drone man.
Yeah. That would be fucking crazy. We'll see.
But really, all Artie needs are some bans. Maybe a little
Yeah.
bit of AoE. But if you get some bans, he'll be fine.
I always describe like Artie builds as just very similar to Loader. Build
Yeah,
like back and
back
mag
mags.
bands, yeah. Just get in there.
Artie's my favorite, I think.
Not NG?
No, I mean, yeah,
Now that
it's
you mention
close.
it.
NG's just so fun.
Yeah,
I love not
especially
playing the game.
default NG. It's so funny too. After playing Returns and seeing how good Engineers M1 is in that one, like the default M1, like how the orbs like bounce and they actually like do good damage and go where you want them to. And then
Yeah,
you come back into this
imagine
game
that.
and they're like, why would they like make the M1
What
so
did they
shit?
do?
It's so funny, dude.
That's gotta be the worst primary in the game.
Um, in terms of like actual usability, I mean, I use Loader's M1 probably less, but oh, that's a +5 for
Goji.
Goji. That is painful.
No, have you seen Loader's M1 in
I mean, it does speed
Monsoon?
you up. I mean, that's true.
It's
In Monsoon, you
ridiculous.
can just stand still and just farm barrier.
That's unfortunate. Was it the jellyfish that got him?
Yeah. And with the
Damn.
losing the watch there too, it's pretty rough because they don't have the drone man, right? Like Cap losing his
Yeah.
watch is like, okay, whatever, I don't give a shit. But Goji losing their watch is like, all right, well, there goes all of my damage.
Unfortunately, I think it was kind of over for them after stage 1, which I hate to say, and it's so rare that I feel that way. Like I feel like there's usually a path back to winning, but not with a build like that. Not
I
with
th-
drone parts empathy cores.
I think it would have just come down to, unfortunately, after they left stage 1, luck, right? They just had to find something else that was as good, which that's really hard to do.
What's
There's
in
a
this
daisy
printer?
printer that
Huge.
Dan is given his region scrap too, so free daisy.
Cab hitting the teleporter. They're almost to stage 4. And once they get there, they'll be home free.
Yeah. literally the second we see anyone on stage 4, sorry, not anyone, Cap and Dan, it's over. They're gonna immediately go to Mithrix by that point. Like they don't need anything else.
But Cap looking a little bit better though. I will say he has an extra gunner drone. Which is just going to be more damage because empathy cores scale based off of the amount of allies you have. But I guess Dan does have the gunner turret, so it's not that big of a deal, but it'll probably die at some point, I imagine.
Yeah, I mean it's not helping during Mithrix. It'll help the
Or
empathy
right
cores,
now.
but yeah.
Oh, Cap. A little scary. They don't have healing drones. He did get through that. Getting that leptin. He needs it.
The Lipton. Yeah, Cav has been low on both teleporters. You know he's like really pushing himself to go as fast as he can here because he really needs to get to that stage 4 to get that really good time. But without any healing, he's just kind of been, it's kind of been tough.
And Dan isn't really having that problem. I think because he printed the wraps, he has a little bit more survivability.
I agree. I really do wish that Cap had printed some, but it was just on the other side of the map. I mean, it makes
I don't think
sense
it'll
that he
matter
didn't.
in a second, though.
Oh, not in a second. I think it would have saved him some time in the teleport on stage 2, though. Probably. Maybe.
Is he just going to leave instantly? I think he probably
Yeah,
will.
look at him, dude. He's right. He's out of here.
I don't think he got any items here other than the leptin.
So if there's anyone out
And
there in
he
chat
doesn't need
who
any.
doesn't understand the power of Empathy Core Drone Man, you're about to see it. I mean, the fact that Cap is on stage 4 with how many items right now? Like 8, right? And he's perfectly fine, and he's slated to have like an amazing free win. Should already tell you, but here we go.
There's a yellow
Is that
printer
a
there.
Mern? It's a Mern, yeah. Cav is just desperately looking for those eggs. Dan is too. They're both trying to pop
Needs
them as
one
fast
more.
as they can.
There we go.
And here we go. And let's see what the red is.
And bam. Another drone man. Can you
That would
imagine?
be insane.
Laser scope.
It's not going to help at all. But there we go. Empathy Core Drone Man. It's done. All Cap has to do now
Oh
is
my
just
god.
not
Look
die.
at that damage.
Look at this. Yep. It's so stupid, actually. Like
Dan's about to get it too.
the boss died literally
Goji.
instantly.
It's still on stage 2.
I mean, they're playing as best as they probably can here with what they got. It's tough.
I don't want to be the one to tell them.
I don't either.
Maybe we can get their coach to do it.
Poor Goji. They have a Tendon Bobble, a Wungus, and a Needle Tick. You know? Let Cabbage tell them. Yeah.
I think Cabbage would be delighted to do that. Looks like there's an equipment barrel right outside the telly. Probably looking to replace that Ahoy at this point. Get a vase or something.
Vase
would be
or
ideal.
honestly, I don't say it often, but like even something like the backup would be fine.
Oh yeah.
Get some extra damage from the cores and just get a lot of more drone mans on the field just for like phase 3 Mythics or something.
Like there's a
Cap
missile
is
drone back
just
there.
going for drones right now, which is what you need to be doing.
Dan was pinging it.
There's an equipment drone for Ahoy that Cap got as well, which is a really good call. That's
Did he
still
see
just
the
extra
missile
damage.
drone?
No, there was a emergency drone that he didn't get. Oh no, he got the missile drone. He's good.
No, you got it.
There's
There's
a lot of
another one
drones
back
on
there,
this map
too.
too. There's just more and more and more.
This is perfect. Oh, he doesn't
He's
have
just-
quite enough.
Damn, there's no barrel,
He
and he's
could
not gonna really
try.
look for one, so he's just gonna leave.
He
Tough.
doesn't need it. He's fine. Man, this is
All
gonna
right.
be kind of close. And Dan
between
is
Dan
gonna
and
get
Cap.
the extra missile drone. Yeah.
Oof. But Cap, I mean, they have the equal amount of drones, right? At this point. Yeah. Oh, Dan's looking for another one though. We'll see. What an interesting day at the races. Oh, there we go. Dan's getting the Ahoy drone now. All right. Dan has a little bit extra drone. Dan's actually getting the void key, not the void key, the regular key, regular iron basic key. Just like Gorestone,
You know,
which might actually help next stage get more drones. We'll see.
with all these drones, they have not a single healing drone, which is kind of scary.
Yeah, they don't have any healing except Lepton Daisy, so
I think they should still be fine, but it is a little bit nerve-wracking.
yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, I mean,
There's a Z
you know who
construct.
has healing? Goji is healing.
Goji.
Yeah, if they had just gotten the
wanna see-
one gets from stage 2. Uh-oh, Cap's looking a little bit rough here.
Dan and Cap +5 like a million times. Have
That would
Goji
be
steal it.
insane.
Goji going for a needle tick build.
Interesting. I mean, do you gotta do, you know?
I think I went for like a bleed build with FMP and Kaggers last time I played Artie.
Yeah, it was actually really cool. It actually worked out at the end. It was actually one of the more interesting builds we've ever seen.
Oh, there's a base.
Where?
But, well, it's on stage 3 for Goji.
Okay, well.
Well, it was Clay Dune Strider here, right?
Yeah. I still think from Goji's perspective, they should still wait until stage 4. Like, they're like, okay, I could get a free red plus Emily cores. That's still pretty good, you know?
Probably.
Over like a Dune Strider Mern, I don't know.
I love it. When the stars align and you get the drone parts empathy core build,
It's beautiful.
it's so perfect.
Like, this is what
This is
every
what you
single
want
like
the world
everyone
record.
that's doing speedruns on speedrun.com. We have our own speedrun category, by the way, on speedrun.com. It's the Gauntlet category if you want to do any speedruns against any of the beautiful people that you see in the races. But
Because
they're
you
all
demanded it.
smile. They're all grinding for this exact run. People will do like hundreds of fucking runs just to try to get Ember the Core Drone Man nowadays. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Like, especially for like the Huntress world record, which has been probably the most competitive one we've seen out of the Gauntlet categories. But like, we've seen a lot of people like grind that one for weeks. So
It's the meta.
yeah. It used to
You're
be
resetting
like
over and over and over. Thousands of times for seeds exactly like this one.
it's crazy we get to basically show it off live too.
Cap is on the moon. Dan, not too far behind him.
They have like the same build too. Like, they've been going very bare bones all the way through. It's actually so fucking cool. Again, to see players recognize the situation that they're in and play it very well. Right? As soon as they get an opportunity to get a good run, they're just like, okay, I need to do this and I need to do it now, and they did.
But you know, Dan has that extra drone, that gunner turret.
Yeah, but Dan is a little bit further behind.
A
In
little
the
bit.
tunnel. I mean, that gunner turret, depending on how they target stuff, could actually sway things. So we'll
Well,
see.
it's not even like it's just the fact that it exists.
Oh,
That
sorry, you said
increases
gunner
the
turret.
empathy core's damage.
The core damage, yeah. I was just
Yeah.
thinking of like a regular gunner drone when you said that. My bad. No, yeah, the gunner turret will be very good for the cores. What happened to? Well, I guess both of them lost some drones last stage. I would have honestly tried to see if you could get any back, but they probably fell down. Unfortunate.
I don't know. This is gonna be a close one. This is gonna be
Cat
really
Penguin Soup.
close.
There's Behemoth and Happy Mask. Maybe Goji can get those, come back. You know?
Yeah, the Goji comeback would be insane to see
I'm sorry, Goji.
at this point. They got a very raw deal this run.
What is
I
the
feel
Artie
bad.
world record? You want to look up the world record for me? For Artie? Or if you just know off the
Sure.
top of your head.
I think it's like
2204.
22 something. Held by your very own Raydans.
Raymond Daniels.
He beat my record by like a full minute because of drone. Like,
Yeah.
that's how crazy this item is. Even a player like Dan
Yeah,
can
even
get the
Dan.
Artificer world record.
Ugh.
No, I'm kidding. He did a good job. He earned it.
He says through gritted teeth.
Damn him.
All right, let's see it. Let's see the damage. Cap is entering the arena right now. I mean, this is going to be a very easy fight, so. And the thing is, like, with normal Drone Man, it just disregarding the extra crazy damage you get from the Ambly cores. But, you know, the drones will eventually die and stuff, but then the cores just keep respawning. They keep taking in damage from all the other drones. They do all of that extra damage. Like,
And here they are for Cap.
they spawn in a little bit late,
Look at
but
that.
here they go. Look at that damage. And he
And
also
you
has
also
the
have the
ice wall.
execute.
Yeah, so. Oof. Cap is also using his M2 very well in getting up to the arena just to get that extra feet win at a time every time you use
And
Ion
that's phase
Surge.
1.
Yeah, phase 1 done. Easy. Phase
Damn.
2, you just need to get your Ember cores over to the enemies, and they're just so slow that it's really hard to swing over. But look at how fast the Ember cores gotten close enough to the enemies. It's done. Phase 2 over.
Easy.
Goji with another +5. It just hurts. It hurts me.
They got a raw deal this run.
They did. But they are going after the Ember cores, at least. Cap and Dan are both utilizing the ice wall very well, trying to stop Mithrix from jumping as much as they can. Every time the Mithrix jumps, not only does he move away from the cores, but it's just a lot of time wasted. So very important to freeze him before he jumps, especially when you're in a situation like this. They're going to have to do phase 4. I think this is the only probably scary part about this run for them.
Oh, true.
But they have Ion Surge, so they should be able to just Ion Surge above Mithrix right now, and like Cap is doing. He should have Ion Surge early so he get up a little bit higher. But if he's high enough, the Ember cores won't see him. So,
how long was that fight? About a minute? I think that's got to be one of the fastest Mithrix fight we've ever seen in one of these races.
Yeah.
Because, like, Cap was only a few seconds ahead of Dan, and he was in phase 3 when Dan started phase 1. Like, it's just insanity. But it looks like Cap is going to take it.
We'll see. Unless, no, yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens here. Phase 4 could trip one of them up. I need Cap to hit Mithrix. Okay. Dan is being really close to Mithrix right now. Honestly, I will tell you this. It was just raw luck right there that Dan did not get targeted by the Ember cores. And
this
the
whole
fact
run
that,
has been raw luck.
Yeah, but I mean, they just didn't spawn closer to him.
Doing like a full charge shot on Mithrix, like when floating, is kind of risky. Like I usually do like half charges.
Yeah. Make sure you're sprinting while charging at least.
Mm-hmm.
But that's Roman Ember cores for you, so that's a nice sub 30 arty run. Easy. That's crazy.
Damn.
It's gonna be about like a 26 for both of them. The fact that Cap and Dan throughout the entirety of this run were actually this close to one another every single step of the way is crazy.
Cap was just a few seconds ahead,
Yep.
like that entire run, like up until tunnel, and that's basically what we've seen.
There was no divergence between them, really. Like they all made the same decisions the whole way through and did like the same thing. So
And you know what it comes down to?
Hmm.
Stage 1, Cap found that drone man very early on. He didn't have to go back and loot for it.
that's probably what it was, yeah. I agree. We've had faster runs, but never a faster arty run, for sure.
Definitely not.
And pause a few times though, didn't he? Doesn't matter. We're looking at in-game time. And Cap finishes first on his clock. Wow, insane. I'm gonna bring in Cap and Dan at the same time. You can go tell Goji that they can concede if they want now. Also, they were
Okay.
trying several times already. All right.
Me in. Hey.
No.
26 minutes.
So,
Jesus.
Cap.
Who rushed fastest?
Yeah,
Wow, that was close.
it was very
Jesus.
close. You too.
Holy.
So the entire way, you guys should
Yeah.
watch this one back. By the way, later. I know you guys do,
I don't
but
want to. I don't like
um,
watching these close ones.
it was.
Raw deal. What's up?
Hey, Goji, you
So-
missed the stage 1 drone man into the core build.
Oh.
Bruh.
I saw those 2 chests and I was like, because it
Oh.
wasn't one of the small chests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, literally, like I said out loud on my stream, I was like, well, those 2 chests, it's probably about a minute and a half, 2 minutes to get them. It's not worth it at this point in the run. I should just go get those chests later in the run. And
Shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
I do want
Did
to point
this
out.
come down to just who picked it up first, or
Yes,
Is that what
that's
it was?
literally it.
Yeah.
You having to go back
I
for
knew
it,
that's what
Dan.
Oh,
You messed up.
I knew that was gonna be what it was. I knew it.
Yeah, that's
All
the
the way
scary
back
thing
on
about a
stage
stage 1
1.
drone man.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Wow.
Literally, you guys made the exact same decisions pretty much all the way through. If you looked at either of your screens, you were doing the same thing at the same time from stage 2 all the way to the end.
Wow.
God
Yeah, I
damn.
mean, if you do find the 2 things that set your path on stage 1, like,
Yeah, you have to.
like you can't do anything else. Like,
Nope.
even I feel like I was even slow because I tried to get an extra drone or something. Like, it was.
Yeah,
I was very
really
close.
tossing up like the power of getting those extra drones or not, but
Yeah.
So they were just like on
Right.
stage 4. Meanwhile, I was on stage 2, just trying to scrounge up HP to get those void
Correct.
chests, I imagine.
Correct.
yeah,
Oh, damn. Yeah.
it's
I think
one
they were
chest,
like
man. You
almost on
cabbaged it.
stage 5 by that point. Like it was.
That's insane.
Yeah, I gave up my
Uh,
watch on
cool.
purpose on stage 2 for a void cradle, but it was void crit. So
That's what it was. Yeah, I should have got that.
Yeah.
To be
There
fair,
was,
it wasn't. This wasn't a skill-based race. This was just it fell into our lap. Like, all right.
Yeah.
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 If you got the stuff, you win.
I was having a rough time without that happening, though. I'll tell you, that was.
Yeah.
It's a
I
different
was having a rough
experience.
time. Yeah.
That's
But
pretty
that
brutal.
feels
This was
better.
that 15
Damn.
seconds difference. Holy.
Is that how
Literally
close it is?
all the
15
way
seconds?
through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you guys get? Like 25 or something?
26.
26?
2550
Yeah.
on my clock.
Damn.
yeah.
Well, nice.
Yeah.
I
thought I
know what
was
it's
like-
like to
I
be
was-
cabbage.
Yeah.
Missing out on the good red.
Dude,
Shit.
if we found that gun and drone man straight away, that could have literally been world record.
Yep. That's what I was saying
Yeah,
on
could've
stage
taken-
1.
Yeah,
I was
actually.
I was heading
Yeah.
to TP with Drone Man, and I was like, if I found this as the first item, I would have saved 3 minutes. Like, that's just
Yeah.
it. There's so much
I don't
time
know.
saved if you find it first.
'Cause I don't know if everyone knows this, but I have the world record for Artie, not disputed origin.
All right.
We
All
talked
right,
about
anyways, the next loadout.
Calm down. This fucked
What
up.
do you guys mean?
Do you mind if I just get
All
a
right,
second
yeah.
real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, go
Okay.
for it.
I'll just go on it.
Oh shit.
Who server
Yeah.
deafened him? What the fuck? That wasn't me. That was not me.
Man, I thought my whole thing crashed then. It scared me. I don't know what happened.
No, we were talking about it throughout the day though, just like how how crazy it is that you can just get drone man over the core and have a 22-minute run and just win.
Yep.
Like on
Yeah,
anybody.
That was probably a sub 20. Like if you
Yeah.
went into it with that mindset and got the drone man's
Dude,
first
those
item.
two vases on stage 3 they had to walk past as well. That was mean.
Yeah,
That was
rough. I was almost like, maybe there's a speed printer I can get a little disciple build instead and take the vase, but no.
Cope.
No.
There was a nice
Did
Mern
you-
printer on stage 4.
Yeah, there was.
Sick.
Was there any speed that anyone found?
No.
Or was it just the quail?
Man,
It
That
was
I,
just
like-
basically the quail. The only healing I saw as well was a Wungus in stage 2 Void Seed that Goju found.
you know what? You know what lost it for me? I spent like 20 seconds getting a fucking Lepton Daisy on stage 3. That's what lost it for me.
I almost went
Holy
for that
hell.
because it was free because we
Dude,
had the regen
I
scrap.
know.
I was like, I don't want to die on this TP.
I
Baited
got
by
there.
greed, dude.
I got there and I'm like, why the fuck did I just spend time getting a Lepton Daisy? What am I doing?
It's so funny.
Dude, that lost me the run. That's insane.
Actually, yeah. And I still had 2
deserved,
leptons
honestly.
outside of that.
I know.
Yeah.
The next 2 TPs gave Lepton, which is even more.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I deserve that. That's on me.
I actually like what you did, Dan, when you went to print some wraps on stage 2, because me and this we were talking about it, and we're like, no damage is needed for the character
Yeah,
anymore.
I just need
you
to
know?
survive.
Yeah,
That's
so
all I
just
wanna
like
do.
getting something was nice.
Smart.
Yep.
Because like you didn't
That
get any
was
Yeah,
my-
speed
it
either. or
looked
anything.
like Cap
Yeah.
was getting
I know,
harassed
one-
quite a bit stage 2 and 3 teleporter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of just got bailed
Yeah,
out by
we-
the drone man. Just dealing damage for me. Taking
Did
aggro.
eat a whole shot from that Lemurian. I fucking limited it and just ate an entire shot from a Lemurian and somehow survived.
Jeez.
That happened to me and I had +5. That's crazy.
Oh.
You didn't get the wrap printer.
Yeah, I got to
You
stage
also-
4 and I took 1 hit and just died.
Shit.
By the
Bro.
way, there is potential for a tiebreaker here, so We'll
Yeah,
see.
I know.
but it's also last loadout captain, and Dan on captain. I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
Dan,
we'll
you
see.
need to win this
I
one,
don't-
by the way, to have a chance.
I know.
So you need to overcome
I'm
your
all
greatest
booted up,
fears.
ready to go. I know.
Hmm.
Going fast and captain is not my thing. Where's Ruddy Cub? We
Yeah,
sign him in.
Fapton.
Just swap.
His router fried.
Dude, yeah.
But if
It's
you
mine.
guys
A
are
little
ready,
scary with orbital strike.
a little bit.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, let's get
Don't have
it.
Diablo to bail you out. All right. Good luck, guys. We'll
Nope.
see you after the next loadout. I'm
All
excited.
right. Good luck. Good luck.
Bye.
Thank you.
Best of luck.
All
I'll
right.
get some water. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. Whose captain is the coolest? So far, I don't think Dan has changed the look of his captain. So, Cap, I don't know. I like Goji's captain, to be honest. TBH. Oh, also the new skin tuner mod, by the way, makes it so that it changes the color of your beacons, I believe. Which is out, by the way. Skin tuner is available for everybody. Just go to Thunderstore, type in skin tuner, or type in risk of resources. You can find it today. All right, so let's talk about some captain tech for a second, shall we? If we're looking at cap screen, you might be thinking, if you've never done any cool captain stuff before, what the hell is that? There is a tech you can do where you can sprint cancel your captain shotgun animation and then pull up your beacon menu so you can cancel both. Right, it's a double cancel. You cancel the shotgun animation with the beacon menu, cancel out of your beacon menu with the sprint. So if you do that really, really, really fast, you can burst down targets. The main thing is you really need to keep your beacons to be able to do it, and that means you have to look away from the ground or places where you could put it down. So usually you want to set up yourself under the enemy that you're trying to shoot, try to look up in the air or at a wall.
The try not to get arthritis challenge.
It's very, very important though if you want to get like really good fast times with Captain. Like it really does.
Yeah.
And especially when you don't have Diablo, right? We're in a situation where we can't just bail ourselves out with one-shotting Mythics, right? So we need some damage and you do it quick.
I think Cabbage even has like a script that like changes his keybinds for when he wants to speed shoot.
That's funny. I know that Corny changes his keybinds when he plays captain before the run, just because like it's too hard with the keybinds he normally uses.
Yeah, I kind of wish this game had like a secondary keybind type deal. Like a lot of games do that, where you can bind 2 keys to a button.
Yeah.
So I would do that. I just like put 1, 2, 3, and 4 as the speed shoot buttons, and I'd only touch them when I play captain. But we got some pennies on Dan.
Dan
A
is
quail
speed
for Cap.
shooting. He needs to finish the speed shoot. Dan!
Oh no,
So
that's unfortunate.
this is the situation of Dan was actually speed shooting very well, okay, but he walked past the vagrant while doing it because you need to hold forward while you're doing it because you need to sprint. So he started doing it too far forward instead of backing up a bit, and him having to like reposition himself, and it's easy just to panic out at that point because you can kind of lock yourself. There we go. Cap got the very good speed shoot done, and his boss went pretty easy. But having a
Banned for the
+5
teleporter.
this early is pretty brutal. Yeah, band is really nice.
It is, especially because coming into this, Cap with 5 points, Dan with 4. Either one of them could have won this, but Cap is
Yeah.
looking really good right now.
Like, yeah, I mean, hey, it's Captain though, which is the character with the least amount of like mobility. So this could be a situation where we see, some scary things happen. I mean, looking at the stage order, right? We have sulfur pools, for example. And then Mythrix, if they don't get like a feather or something, Goji doing a very good speed shoot from their side. Getting it down really well.
Nice. Very clean speed shoot.
This is one of those techs. It's probably there aren't too many tech like things in this game that are very hard to pull off, but pulling off a very like frame perfect speed shoot is very hard. It's probably the hardest one, I think. It's not that hard to do, just to speed shoot a little bit, but it's very hard to do it very consistently over a long amount of time to get
Yeah,
like
it's hard
max
to do
damage
well.
output. Yeah. So, I mean, got to give props to everyone who practices their speed shooting. And I love seeing everyone speed shoot in a captain run like this. Sometimes you see races where like half the players don't do it, and it kind of feels bad for them disputed when you like you're losing a little bit of time, right? But
Yeah.
it's cool when they're all doing it.
Well, I think in orbital runs, it's very important. When you have Diablo, you can rely on that a lot of the time.
Mhm.
But like phase 2, it's kind of important to have down
Oh
just
yeah.
for shooting the ads.
And here we go. If you didn't know, you could actually use the beacons to press down the pressure plates. So this is free bans for everybody. And again, with orbital, it's not like the craziest amount of damage, but it's gonna be good damage for them, and they need all they can get right now. So they're gonna obviously go for the bans.
Yeah. And Goji coming in with the cap tech.
What is the cap
They put
tech?
on a hat.
Oh shit! Yeah, they might win this one. And here we go. They do have hack, by the way. So Dan has picked his large damage chest to hack first. Cap already getting the gate open for bans. And Dan gets a uke, actually, which is not bad.
Not
That's
bad.
really good. Especially going
Yeah.
into stage 3 silver pools. They need some amount of AoE. So
Pretty good amount of items for being at this point in the run.
and Cap
I'd say
not
Dan is looking good, but he's got that
Mhm.
+5.
Cap not really even needing to speed shoot the boss that much there. They Cap just used Ocular HUD with his orbital with the band, and it pretty much just killed the boss instantly. So
Love to see it.
Dan actually going for the bans before TP. So I don't know. I don't really think there's much of a difference here because they have just so much damage anyway.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's better. Sometimes it's like it may interrupt pathing a little bit.
And Cap already did the buttons, right?
Yes. Everyone has the gate open.
It's just a matter of going back there.
In a Diablo run, I could see these guys just not even going to pick up the bands, or Cap maybe. I think Dan would pick up the bands maybe, but like if you have a band with Diablo and you're going this fast, it could be a situation of just like getting to the moon first.
Yeah. It doesn't take all that much to one-shot Minthrigs with Diablo. Like a couple crowbars and a singular band, and you're
like an AP
good.
round and you're good. Like, all right. Dan with his bands already is coming back. He's gonna go. He's gonna have to go the other side of the map to go to TP. So if he can just get the rest of this loot here, that'd be great. That's the problem though with doing this before TP. You can't loot everything on the side of the map, because just be too much backtracking later. So I think I like Cap's angle of just going to TP because he was there and then doing all the backtracking in one motion.
Right. He got a little bit of speed too.
Yeah.
So he will be able to backtrack a tiny bit faster, getting that uke.
I mean, one of the biggest things about just like saving time in the races is just about pathing and how you do it, right? Because like I think it's one of those things that you kind of take for granted or you just don't think about often. You're just like from point A to point B on this map right now is 10 seconds. I chose a path that took 11. That adds up over time. Like you see it on the moon, right? When someone has to do pillars, it's not just doing pillars, it's walking on the tunnel, walking past the bubble, walking past that thing, walking over to the design or the soul, walking to another area, then walking to the vent. It's like that's everything takes so long just to walk.
It's the micro things. And I will say I think Goji's been doing a great job with that today.
Oh yeah.
I think their pathing has been pretty good. I unfortunately I think it's mainly just the +5s that have been slowing them down, but
Yeah,
all the other aspects of their gameplay has been pretty spot on.
I agree. I mean, even in the first loadout and the second, they were like right there the whole time.
And Loadout 3 was just really unfortunate.
That was something else.
Not a lot they could have done there.
Cap on his way back from the bands. Will he actually make it out before Dan does? Good question. Dan is almost done with his teleport. He might actually just leave. I mean, it doesn't matter because of the +5, but like, out of his curiosity. It looks like Dan would have had a better stage 2. No, Dan's still looting more. Okay, he's going back to get some more stuff. They ran a good video for stage pathing? No. That's just one of those things that like you just need to practice over time. A big thing to consider during stage pathing things is that you would just earn a lot less money from the teleporter. A lot. You earn like half as much for every enemy that you kill. So it's really important to go to the teleporter when you feel like you could earn enough for everything that you want to buy.
Yeah.
That's why
I
pennies
think
and Gore's Home are huge because they don't get
They are.
reduced by that.
I think kind of the basic strat you want to follow for the races is loot up until you feel comfortable and then
Correct.
book it.
Mm-hmm. Less backtracking, the better. Just try to, get things in one go as much as you can. Why does Cap have 1 million native lunar coins? He's in debt. And there's a bottled chaos for Dan. I mean,
Interesting.
that's the Dan item, right? That's a
his
pillar
favorite.
skip right there.
Going back to the very first loadout race we did on Risk of Resources, there was a point where
Recycler.
Dan was trying to use the bottled
wings.
chaos to skip. Okay.
Sorry.
Recycler on that bay.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. You go on.
But all the way back in February, I think, is when he started doing these. And Dan tried to get the Bottled Chaos pillar skip, and it took him like 45 minutes.
Yeah, he was standing there using equipment over and over again on cooldown for 40 minutes. And you know what's crazy? He actually rolled the vase, went up to the
Yeah.
arena, hit the bottom of the arena, and had to restart and by just rolling
+5
equipment
had to
again.
restart.
Yeah.
That was back when the races were very unoptimized. Back
Yeah.
then, having a sub 50 was considered a good run, and now it's like sub 30 is
Yeah.
what you're looking for.
It's so funny. Every time that Dan gets a Bayos, it brings us joy to remember those good times. Gun and multi-shop stage 3, that is actually really good. It's crazy too because there is a Bayos on the stage. I don't think Cap is going to go back for it. He might. We'll see. If anyone does find it after the recycler, looking at Goji or Cap, they could get something crazy here. So we'll see. I would have really liked to see someone use the gun and then the recycler or whatever, but it takes too long. They probably weren't just looting up the whole stage beforehand. They didn't see both. Looks
Those
like
wings are
Goji's going
really
after
nice.
the capacitor anyway, which is probably a good call here. They don't see the wings, which are gated behind a recycler reroll.
Ooh.
So
I don't know. Do you want wings or capacitor here? Honestly, maybe capacitor.
that's hard. I don't know. It's hard because you really don't know if you're gonna get a pillar skip later, and pillars are really bad. They
Pillars
have a
are
few
bad, but
bans for the shift though already.
yeah, the bans are good, and the thing is, I feel like the main problem with pillars is not necessarily the pillars themselves. I feel like it's half the pillars themselves, but half of it is just the having to traverse the moon that takes a while. So if you have a lot of speed, you can kind of offset that. And then obviously having a damage equipment is really good. And if they find a safer spaces, they can have best of both worlds, get a pillar skip and bring a damage equipment to the moon.
Yeah, I mean post skips are more common these days. I don't know. I don't know what I would do. It looks like Dan is choosing the wings. He rerolled the equipment immediately. As a reminder, all of the recycling orders are seeded, right? So Dan and Cap, anyone is gonna get the wings first as a first reroll for equipment. So
I don't know. I think I'd hold on to the capacitor.
well, it's hard because like the capacitor was in the back corner of the map, so they probably don't even know it's real.
That's true.
They even get the opportunity to have an option. So I think it's fine what they're doing. Goji still doesn't know that there's a recycler with a wing behind it either. So here we go to stage 4. They all have a hacking beacon, so they should just get the chest. So
Right? They should.
they should.
But that chance shrine is pretty tempting, though.
I mean, it could be more expensive than the legendary chest if they're not for rerolls.
Technically true, and it probably will be.
Dan's going for the hack immediately, which is good because it takes a long time. It's like proportionate to the cost of the thing that you're hacking. So I don't know if Cap used his already. I looked back and he was somewhere else.
Is it proportional to the cost or like
The cost.
the stage? Like, if had they come here later, would it have taken longer to hack the chest?
I think it's proportional to the cost for the stage. Like there's a baseline
Okay.
speed. But like if you get a
It takes
shrine
16
up,
times longer than a normal chest.
yeah, correct. If you like get a shrine up and it's like really, really expensive, like thousands of extra dollars than it should have been, it takes a lot longer to hack that, especially. Like, you can see it in like the gold shrines too and stuff. And Goji is on the stage 4. Okay, so I'm really
Honestly, I'm
looking.
looking at Goji.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I think.
the red. Dan got it. It's Nukahana's opinion.
Oh, huge.
Yeah. So Dan could probably just go to Mythics right now and.
Yeah. Die phase 4.
Yeah.
New tech. No, but I think Goji has a pretty good shot this run. Obviously, Dan has that +5, which is not doing him any favors.
No.
Cap is looking good, but I think the capacitor with the fuel cells, the double fuel cell capacitor, 3 bands, that's a
I don't
great
know.
build.
I think it depends on how much damage they get for Mithrix, Cap and Dan. Because if they have like similar-ish damage, then they just have a way faster pillar skip, right? So it just depends how long they take to do pillars, or if
I
they
mean,
find a
it's
skip at
true,
all.
but have you ever tried to land an orbital on Mithrix? Kind of hard.
I mean, it's not easy all the time, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. You just got to make sure you hit it when Mithrix at the end of his stamina cycle.
Cap going for the extra fuel cell instead of the band in that multi-shop.
I think the big advantage
Interesting.
that Goji will have is in phase 2, though, with the capacitor. Phase 2 on Wisps is nice. Everyone is a good speed shooter here, though, so we'll see how much time that really saves. Is Bald Chaos sequence seeded? Yes. As much of everything that is fairly able to be seeded is. Thumbs up. Cap leaves with the red on the ground. Honestly, Cap should leave that red on the ground. I think it was actually a mistake
Yep.
for Dan to pick up New Kahanas here. This is one of those
It's not gonna help you.
situations where, yeah, it does literally actually zero anything for your build unless you get like a red printer. And when Mythrix gets it phase 4, which they do have a phase 4 skip, but like on the chance they don't, it's probably one of the probably the most oppressive item for him to get. Which they're
It's up
captains, so
there.
they should be fine, but just kind of removing that factor of just like, I don't want to deal with that.
There are some situations where you can borderline soft lock yourself with certain
Yes.
survivors, in Nukahana's opinion, in phase
It's
4.
crazy. There was a Void Seed that Dan missed that he saw at the end. I think it was the needle tick that Cap has. It's a little
Probably.
unfortunate.
Cap instantly going for the teleporter.
Nice.
Nike's ready. He's raring to fight.
No, so we don't have a lot of speed, and we
Oh,
have a little bit of
oh.
mocha. Uh-oh.
Did you see that?
Yeah. Okay.
That was an unfortunate series of events.
We have not too much speed. We have no feather. So it's going to be a really wing reliant fight for Cap and Dan here. They're going to have to really either save their charges. I know they have a couple fuel cells each. Cap has an extra one, which to me seems like a pretty big advantage.
Hmm.
I'll see though.
I don't know. Another band. There's so many bands in this run.
No. I love it.
That's 5 for Dan. And Cap
That's
rejected a
crazy.
band last stage for another fuel cell, which I think is interesting.
I think he just knows that, it's mostly that's all his movement, right? He does have the resupply beacon as well, which he's actually using a bit right now to help him scout more of the stage after teleporter, which is actually a good call. I think a lot of people
Smart.
sleep on the resupply beacon and they're just like, yeah, I'll just not use it or whatever. But Cap actually refreshed all of his wings so he could spend more time flying around.
Shuriken for Cap. So that's like,
That's really good.
if all else fails with the orbitals, you can just use that Shuriken to proc bands,
Oh,
which is
yeah.
very nice.
And here we go. Dan and Cap are both out. No. Dan just started teleporter, actually.
Dan is just
Wow.
starting, yeah.
I saw him click the
think-
teleport and I was like, surely he's done. Wow, okay. And you took a lot
Goji
of
just
time
starting
hitting.
as well.
What took Dan so long here? I guess
was
I wasn't
looting.
paying close enough attention, but what does he
Cap
have to show
instantly
for
went
it?
to the telly. He got an extra band.
I guess
He
for
has
sure.
some gas. But in hindsight, I think Cat played that better, just instantly going for the teleporter.
Okay. I guess Dan was
Yeah,
just
that's what
really
he
looking
needs.
for more movement or feather or something, a little bit more extra, like, comfy damage. I wish Dan found the shuriken. That would have been really nice.
Yeah. It's really unfortunate that there was not a safer spaces.
Yeah.
If there's a safer spaces, I would say Goji has a great shot. But as it stands now, Cap getting into the fight, Goji just starting the stage 5 teleporter.
Goji needs a skip.
Unfortunately, I think that is the case. But let's see how this fight goes for Cap.
Cap, by the time the fight is starting, though, does not have any, like... Well, he has one
Yeah,
extra
like, look at
charge
those
now, but...
orbitals. That's what I mean.
But he's got to be really careful about over or under using wings here. He's got to play it. Okay. He does have a little bit, tiny bit of Tenobubble, which will help a little bit more. Dan actually has way more Tenobubble than Cap, which actually, in my opinion, offsets the fuel cell difference, especially for Captain. So, okay, I'm pretty hyped about that then. I like
You
Dan's
can get
pick
him
of
stunned.
the band then over the fuel cell. Goji found a clover.
Dan did get...
Goji found a
Ooh.
clover somewhere. I don't know where.
And Dan found the shurikens.
Yeah.
So did Goji. Oh, safer spaces in here?
No. Lungus.
Nah. That's so unfortunate.
Has to
Cap
be
is getting through this
careful.
fight pretty fast.
Yeah, he almost speed shot over the ramp there. That would have cost him a beacon. He's doing well though. He's actually speed shooting Mithrix as he's like coming down, which I don't see a lot of people doing to get that extra damage in. So Goji's hope right now is that they can find some skip in the beacons, or not the beacons, the cauldrons. Sorry, I'm losing my mind right now. They do.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't even have the Baos. Oh shit.
Well, not that they'd really get to use it with capacitor anyway.
I think you can kind of like. You can kind of do it if you're like angle yourself right, because it has like a huge
MacGyver it.
targeting radius. So you can kind of like hit the edge of like an enemy off the side of your screen with it and then aim at the moon or the arena. It's tough though. It's not easy. What
Stars
would
kind of have to align for that.
Goji needs a headset in the soup to skip.
Yeah.
Goji can still beat Dan though. Let's remember that.
Or the perfected aspect drop.
Dude, if that happens, oh my god. Who was it? It was Dan that got the perfected aspect and then did not host skip with it last race. Oh, it hurts.
The perfected aspect is a pillar skip with the new host skip.
Yeah.
I guess it's not that new at this point. It's been out for a few months, but it's basically transcendence, the aspect.
The rarest host skip.
That's a clickbait title,
Holy.
if ever I've heard one.
Kame make a thumbnail right now. Dan is getting slapped. Uh-oh. Dan? Dan?
Oh no.
He just didn't have any wings off cooldown there. He needed to be more... He needed to ration those out a little bit more.
So I think Cap is basically guaranteed to win the race at this point.
I think so. Unless something terrible happens. Gets caught in Dan prison. With the wings, I don't know. We'll see.
And Goji is checking for the headset.
No luck. No dice. Goji going
Does not look like
after ignition tank? Goji got rid of their clover? because they're trying to get rid of the Nukahana. Oh, they got rid of their microbots. They're like, please take the Nukahana, and then they kept the Nukahana. Kept getting a phase 4 skip, so GG to Cap. This is pretty much
Okay, wait.
yeah.
I don't understand the play printing that ignition tank.
I do not either. But we're about to find out, I assume.
Maybe they thought it was a feather?
No. I don't know. Maybe they thought they had scrap or something. I don't know. The Goji tech.
Okay.
Yeah. Doing
And they
pillars
did
without
keep the Nukahana.
microbots. A little bit less fun. Yeah. Well, the Nukahana's huge value here because
Yeah, get rid of that clover and microbots. You don't need it.
brutal.
I do that on Captain though. Like I forget that the microbots are an item, and I'll just
Yeah.
get rid of them.
I've done that a few times also. It's just like they're just so part of the build, part of the character, you know. It's just the
Yeah.
passive. I remember early on in the early days of Risk of Rain when Captain had this like come out. If you printed away Captain's microbots, next stage it would just come back. And so many copers in the community were like, "Yeah, it's not a bug," and I was like, "Dude, like that's the most bug thing I've ever seen." And yeah, obviously they fixed it really fast. So one of those fun little trivia points.
Yeah. My favorite was the Survivors of the Void guaranteed red from the lockboxes for like the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, that was
That
a
was
thing.
fun.
I stopped using the keys because I was like, it just made all my runs too easy. I was so annoyed.
I abused it.
Abuser. Let's bring in Cap right now.
In the loadout
Hey.
races. Hey,
Hey, we're the loadout
Hey.
races. Welcome in.
hello.
So you won. So congrats.
Yeah.
You win today. So
Thank you.
everyone give Cap a round of applause for winning
you. Thank you.
the loadout races today. Very good
Well
job.
earned.
I felt good on that run. I felt really good on that run.
Yeah.
I was
so,
happy with how much I pushed it.
I mean, it was good all the way through. Like, it was solid.
Yeah.
I mean, even on stage 5 as well, you started TP really quick.
Mhm.
Getting the lucky wing reroll as well. There was a bottled
Yeah.
chaos on stage 3 that was like really close by. I really wanted you to reroll it,
Hmm.
but it was fine. Like
On stage
you did
3,
good.
close
Yeah.
to the TP.
No, close to the recycler.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good use of the resupply beacons.
Thank
Yep.
you. Yeah. I think I
No
did
one
really
ever
good with that
thinks
as
about
well.
'em.
They're so helpful. And I had the Warhorn too. Dude,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
easy.
Dude. The Warhorn.
No, but I think the Mocha printer bailed me out. It allowed me to go as quick as I did, along with the AP printer on stage 4.
Yep.
But I mean, yeah, I was trying my best to go quick enough so the scaling doesn't make Orbital Captain really hard to do, because I feel like I've done that in the past where I just spent more time and the scaling on Orbital Captain's kind of rough at times. But hey,
Honestly, those bands though, you know. And then
Yeah.
finding that shuriken at the end of stage 5 was so good too.
Shuriken was clutch. Yeah. Without that, I probably wouldn't have procced a single band because I missed all of my orbital strikes. But yeah, GG. How are the
And
others doing?
Well, Dan's not actually doing as bad as we were initially thinking he was.
He has 2+5s.
Yeah, there's only 2, so
Oh,
it's not
okay.
too bad. Yeah.
Oh, Goji's deathless right now.
Yeah. Goji
Yeah.
had to do pillars also.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
And he's got a capacitor.
Capacitor. I'm trying to think where the
Mhm.
capacitor was. Where was that?
Stage
Was that a
3.
reroll?
Stage 3.
Oh, okay.
There was a multi-shop with a
hidden.
gun and a capacitor under the topmost newt of the map.
Damn.
Like right there. And they just got the capacitor. It's like, hey. It would have been
And,
cool to see a
yeah.
boss item reroll as well, but it was just
Yeah,
that's
that's what I
too
was
much like
thinking.
pathing time. No one even saw the gun besides Goji.
Oh, Goji got
And
slapped
Goji-
upwards. No.
Goji didn't find the recycler either.
Oh my god. He didn't.
Obviously,
Those
because they
rats.
didn't find the wings.
Yeah, I mean, if you found the recycler, you probably were gonna reroll the ocular head, which I'm sure Dan did. So that's what he
Exactly.
did, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I,
'Cause it's just
Goji
like-
also found a clover,
Oh wow.
but they got rid of it along with their microbots in the suit.
Oh. But they
And
kept
they kept their
Nuka-Hanas.
Nuka-Hana. Yeah.
What was
Yeah.
it for? The reps?
Yep.
Oh man. Well,
Uh-oh.
that's gonna be a host for
Goji.
Goji here.
Goji.
Unfortunate.
No.
Damn.
They could still beat
they can
Dan.
still
Yeah.
they can still beat
Yep.
Dan.
Honestly, if Goji landed on one of their drones on the way down, they would have actually not died. Which
I've for sure
That's-
died to that
yeah,
before.
yeah. You're like gonna double jump like on the ground and then you just get blasted by the drone. You're
Yeah.
like, what the hell? Like
Now
Bro,
look at
please.
this. This is where the capacitor is really coming in clutch.
Mhm.
Goji's clearing this phase so fast.
Does Goji have resupply down?
Don't think so. Probably they're saving it for phase 3 though, to be honest.
Yeah. I was really happy with the wing, and I got the focus crystals along with the AP rounds. Going through phase 2 with wings is so nice.
Mhm.
You just go super aggro towards all the wisp and they die like instantly.
Goji needed to focus up. They turned up their
Yeah.
in-game music. Holy.
Cranking the tunes.
That's when you know shit's serious.
Oh yeah. It's about to go down.
Congratulations
The
to
Raps
Dan.
Nuka
You finish
Hana.
up phase 4.
Is kind of a toxic combination for phase 4.
Oh no.
Yeah. I didn't even bother picking it up.
Well, Goji doesn't have any healing, so it's fine. Like no healing mythics can use rather.
Well, that's true. No med kit. But the Raps are going to make phase 4 kind of slow, and that's one of the last items they're going to get back to.
Well, they have capacitor, so I don't know how big of a deal it would be.
Oh,
Yeah.
true. Very
I
true.
mean, they'll
Bands will
keep
be
both
back soon, too.
charges as well.
If all goes to plan here, they will beat Dan.
Hell yeah.
Oh no! Why'd you
Fuck!
say it?
Disputed!
Shut the fuck up!
The caster curse is real.
God damn it, man.
Dude.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I've cursed you multiple times within the last few races, so you deserve to hand
That's
some
why I
out.
keep losing.
Oh man. That's something.
Damn.
I feel like I curse Cabbage a lot, honestly, so.
Well, he deserves it, so that's
Not
Yeah.
true. Hey Dan.
fine. What up, Raymond?
Daniel?
Good.
So
Oh,
that
jeez.
first +5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Want to talk
last-
about it, or you just want to like put it in the past, or?
No. I was like, yeah, I can burst them down, and I didn't. And I looked around me, and like, oh, there's nothing to hide behind. Oh shit! And that was it.
Tough.
That
And
was
then
it. Oh, she wrote.
the host death first phase Mythrix was
I was looking at my Chrysalis, like maybe 8 seconds is enough airtime. It's fine.
good
You
phase
hosted
first
with the
skip.
wings, huh?
Oh man, geez, good run, Cap. Holy hell, 28 minutes.
Thank you.
Holy hell,
I was happy with that. 28, actually.
Jesus.
Pretty
Good.
good.
My +5's meant nothing then, so that's good. Dude, 28. Gee, you just went. Nice, good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I just got the bands, rerolled for the wing, and then just started going from there. Had the Mocha printer to save me, AP printer to save me. Easy.
Yeah. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Good job.
Thank you.
You know what?
Definitely outplayed there.
I got all sub 40s today.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of did.
No,
Yeah,
you
I don't know about that
That's
one,
the
dude. You really think about it, it kind of.
If you like squint your eyes and change the numbers around, yeah.
Close.
If you don't count
dude.
the 20 minutes that I spent extra, then it's.
2 sub 30s too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I was kind of gaming. I mean, shit. I mean, we can't count the arty like that. I mean, that was literally just having the
That
perfect
already
build
is
handed to
crazy.
us. There's no reason not to get a sub 30 with that run. Like, if you got the stuff, you're gaming.
If
Dude, how's your
Yeah,
Elo looking now,
if-
Cap? You won 5 in a row.
Well, I'm playing you guys, so I'm only gonna go up like maybe 5 elo points.
Yeah,
So.
mine is in the gutter.
I have no idea.
It's
Mine is so low
non-existent.
at this point.
Oh yeah, if chat wants to see like actual elo of all the races, because we actually calculate that. By the way, you can do exclamation point elo. I think it's still up. You can check the
You can
Google
watch
Doc
my
sheet.
nosedive.
We actually have elo numbers for everybody. It's really, it makes it real, dude.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
Goji.
stopped looking at that
Hell yeah.
document months ago.
Yo.
Hey, Goji.
What up, Goj?
The
How
Goat.
fast were you guys?
Oh, I wasn't very. Cap was. I wasn't very fast at all.
Honestly, Goji, big props to you because you did pillars and you still had real time, really good contention.
Jesus,
yeah.
you had
So almost
pillars?
beat Dan
Rough.
too, and Dan skipped pillars. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and
How'd you
I'm
guys
fucking terrible.
so there was a
Pillar.
recycler on stage 3, and the first recycler
Oh.
reroll was wings.
Yeah.
Whoa. Oh,
Yep.
was that not? Was that you could see the equipment from
Team
teleporting?
TP. Yep. That
Yep.
one.
Yeah, I was just like, yeah, I have a capacitor. What else could I want?
Yeah.
What'd you
That's
get?
kind of
Cap?
it.
Capacitor? Oh, nice.
Well,
Yeah.
there was a try shop in on stage 3 that was kind of hard to see, and then I kind of just like capacitor bins. I'll just play quick with that.
Fair.
Yeah, right.
And if you did get
Nice.
like spaces for a pillar skip, that probably would have
Yeah,
brought you close to the lead, to be honest.
yeah.
It's a good gamble.
I'm beginning to watch this one back. I want to see. I want to see what you did there, Cap. I mean, I know what you did. I want to see it in action.
Yeah, fucked shit up.
Oh,
That's what I
see
did.
him do it.
I
It's
don't-
Yeah.
really good use of the resupply beacons.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really
He
did.
bought
I mean,
I really liked your decision where you got a fuel cell over a band on stage 4 in that multi shop.
yep.
And it just
I
gave you
mean-
so much more mobility.
Yeah, it was so good. Wings are pretty clutch for captain, I feel like.
At a certain point, because I agreed with the pick of the fuel cell, and then I realized later on in stage 5 that Dan had a couple of Tentabobble, and I was like, maybe actually it could kind of even out a little bit there. Maybe I do like the band pick more, but now I mean the fuel cell just helped too much, especially with the resupply later. So
I just had
pondered
like
it, but
constant wings up.
yeah,
Yeah, I only had 2
Wait.
fuel cells, I think, just naturally found.
Yep.
Does resupply give you your fuel cell charges back too?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
huh.
You
Gives you
charge up
everything.
your fuel cells.
Yep.
That's why at the end of the stages, I would use the rest of my charges just to get them back for the fuel cell.
Oh, I played Mythrix like shit then.
You and me both, brother, man. Don't worry about it.
Dan, did you die?
I died twice. I died stage 1 and Dimensions.
Oh shit.
I got glooped.
Hmm.
I just ate the entire thing, just fucking down my
It-
gullet. Just took
No,
it.
it doesn't give you back all of your charges. To be clear, it will give you back
An
one at a
individual
time.
charge. Yes.
Oh, okay. Then it wasn't a big deal. Yeah, because I saved it for speed cheating for phase 2. But then, yeah. All right, cool. I don't feel that silly then. But how'd you die on
Right.
stage 1 when you can just speed shoot a Vagrant? It just dies instantly.
Dumb as fuck, man. What to tell you? What do you want from me?
I really can't talk. I'm looking at the scoreboard and I see a lot of Goji at the bottom. So
No, you can talk.
I thought
shit.
I could
It's all
like
good.
burst
Dan,
it
come
down, and I couldn't. And then I panicked and stopped and tried to use my orbital strike, which wasn't up yet. And then went back. Anyway, I just died. I died.
Damn.
I really like deer in the headlights. Like got caught. Oh, here it comes.
yeah, I feel like that's one of those things where if you're not confident in the speed shooting, you can get stuck. But if you just like,
I
have
was. I
it-
just completely mind blanked on the
Yeah.
fact that we got vagrants every stage 1. I'm pretty sure today. Nothing but vagrants.
yeah,
There were a lot of vagrants.
true.
Yeah.
I
It
was
it all
screaming
of
not to
them.
have it and turned up again, and then I was filthy.
Anyway,
Anyway, GG
That-
Cap. 5 in a row is nuts. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
as a loadout races for today, honestly, thank to all of you guys who competed today. We all appreciate watching you guys. It's always fun every time. Thanks for chat for showing up. We always have an announcement at the end of the day as well. First of all, the announcement, Skin Tuner is out. So if you want to go and change your skins for your characters in your game, go get Skin Tuner now. It's by Risk of Resources on Thunderstore. It's fun. If you want to see when the next loadout race is going to be, we do this every single week, and we've done it for like 9 months. So you can bet that
Hell
we're going to
yeah.
do another one sometime within a week. And if you guys want to know, join the Discord, and you can find out when we send out alerts a day or so beforehand, at least, hopefully, usually. So we tell you guys when it's going to happen, because the schedule always kind of changes. There's a lot of rotating schedules to work around with people all over the world. So if you guys want to use the Gauntlet mod to play with your friends and do some friend races or something, we have that too. If you guys want to check out on some VODs of the last 9 months that we've had, go to our YouTube. It's at Risk of Resources. If you guys want to go and compete on our official speedrun section, go to riskareign2 or speedrun.com/riskareign2 and then go to the Gauntlet section. We have our own speedrun category there. It's the Gauntlet one. Basically, all the
Check
rules
out the
here
Arty
from the
one.
races. Not that one. That one's lame.
I'm actually gonna take that one down. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Cap's a
Just-
speedrun
yeah.
moderator now, so we can just
yeah.
just
Shit,
knife that
really?
one.
Actually take it
Dang.
Time speedrun moderator.
Their world record for what, huh?
Sorry, I don't see that in the catalog.
And if any of you guys in chat are feeling very confident and you guys are practicing and stuff, you guys can actually be on the big screen here as well. Send in an application, go to riskofresources.com/rules, and at the bottom there is an application. If you guys want to race yourselves, there is a training wheels program that we have, so you can get in and start scrimming with the guys here and learning and practicing early before you get on stage. So if you feel like that interests you, don't be afraid to send in an app. Anyway, that's the races for today. Hope you guys